Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another 40k battle report. We are playing the Tide of Conviction mission, and as always we have this beautiful battlefield for your viewing pleasure. We have a war-torn, abandoned city with a lot of ruins, a lot of crates, and it is absolutely stunning. For today we have another No Retreat 11 participant in the studio. His name is Alex, and he has brought his amazing chem dogs. The Astra Militarum are back in the studio, and we have a tank heavy list. As you can see now, they just look absolutely spectacular. They are up against Hive Fleet Titan. I've tried to change the list a bit to my last battle with them a couple of weeks ago. I have actually incorporated 2 Tyranids for today with their Rapture cannons, which are great against tanks specifically and other big units. With that said, let's go on to Alex's list, and that's coming up next.
Hello guys, my name's Alex, and today I'm going to be fielding the blunt firepower of the Astra Militarum, or more specifically my Savlar Chem Dogs, which is an army you may never have seen before. So grab your Laspack, your Chem Inhaler, and your 8th edition Codex, and we'll talk through the list. My Savlari tank company starts with a Spearhead detachment, which means that all Leman Russ tanks are objective secured. It starts with a tank commander as the Warlord. The tank commander is in a Leman Russ Executioner with 2 Executioner autocannons, a pintle-mounted heavy stubber, and a heavy bolter in the hull. I've given him the Warlord trait Master of Command so that he can order an additional unit in the shooting phase, and then I've also given him a tank ace ability Steel Commander to be able to order an additional unit on top of those 2 units already. So that's 3 orders in the shooting phase. We also, in the HQ slot, have a company commander with a Chainsword and a Laspistol, and he's given the Kurov's Aquila because Nephilim, we need those CP. Moving on, in the elites slot, we have a squad of veterans. They're equipped with 3 flamers, 2 shotguns, and 4 autoguns, and the sergeant has a chainsword. There's also an Ogrim bodyguard in the elite slot that's equipped with a grenadier gauntlet and a brute shield for a 4-up invuln. In the fast attack, I have 1 squadron of Bane Wolves. They're equipped with the chem cannons because I couldn't have a chem dog army without them, a heavy bolter in the hull, and a pintle-mounted heavy stubber. In the heavy support slot, we have 2 identical Malcador defenders. They're equipped with 5 heavy bolters, 1 demolisher cannon, and 2 autocannons on the sponsons. We have then 2 identical Armageddon pattern Medusas, which are equipped with the Medusa siege cannon and a heavy bolter in the hull. And then lastly, we have a Leman Russ Executioner, again 2 Executioner autocannons, a pintle-mounted heavy stubber, and a heavy bolter in the hull. Dedicated transports to finish out the list, we have 2 Chimeras that are identical. They're equipped with the heavy flamers on the turret and a heavy bolter in the hull, and 1 Trojan support vehicle for that all-important single wound back on it at the end of my movement phase, and a heavy bolter in the hull. And for my secondaries, I'll be taking Inflexible Command. This is a guard-specific secondary. I'll also be taking Bring It Down, and I'll also be taking Engage on all fronts. Let's look at Pardo's list.
I am back on the battlefield once again with Hive Fleet Titan at 2,000 points and a battalion detachment. I am running them as Leviathan for today, so a free reroll of 1 in the shooting phase or in the assault phase per unit, and I also have the whole transhuman, which is great to have specifically for today's list. For my HQs and my Warlord for today, we have a Malanthrope. So apart from all the shenanigans it has, and obviously the -1 to hit aura, I have also given it the Warlord trait Alien Cunning, basically giving him objective secured. Next, we've got 2 Broodlords exactly the same. Both of them have Catalyst for some more resilience for themselves and for those specific units that need it in that turn. Moving on to troop choices, we have 4 units which are exactly the same as well. 4 units of warriors, all with 3 models apiece. I have upgraded them to have Sidon Talons and a Venom Cannon in each. For their guns, they have Devourers. In the elite slots, we have 3 units of Gene Stealers. Again, all of them the same, all of them up to 10 man, so basically maxed out units. I've also paid for toxin sacks, which I've actually paid a total, I think, of 30 points per unit. And what this does is it auto wounds anything on the roll of a 6, which is pretty good, especially against the units like tank and Astra Militarum itself, where there's a lot of high toughness units on the table. Lastly, moving on to my heavy slots, we have a Scythed Heretical to start all of this. We have the big man himself. I again have paid more points for an adaptive physiology, and I've given him Dermic Symbiosis, basically to have a 4-up invulnerable save for those high AP weapons targeting him. Then up, we've got 2 Tyrannifexes, which I haven't used in a very long time, and they have got much better in this last new codex. Both of them exactly the same, both of them running the Rapture cannon for this game, and one of them has the adaptive physiology Ferocious Ammunition, just for that extra mortal wounds in case I haven't finished off a unit. Then next we have my secondaries. I have gone obviously for Bring It Down because there's a lot of available points in this tank heavy list. I have gone for Raise the Banners High, and again it's a mission with a lot of objective close to my deployment zone, so this should be quite easy to achieve. And lastly, I've gone for Warp Ritual, which is basically I need to be 6 inches from the center of the battlefield and basically cast a specific psychic power, which with my 2 Broodlords, them being small units and being able to hide, they sometimes work really well for this secondary. So that was my list. You've seen my secondaries, you've seen Alex's list. Let's go on to war, and that's coming up next.
Oh, just give me something that works. If you want us to fight, you want us to be sent into the thick of it, to stand against all your enemies. Fine, just give us something that works. The Chemdog's got a reputation, I know. But that ain't just stealing and scavenging. Nah, we get treated like scum. And that's exactly what they've made us. They ain't my enemies we're fighting. You want us to kill them? How about a lasgun that works? Or a tank that isn't held together by scrap and sweat? Another world, another deployment, another battle. It's not like these bugs carry any decent loot for our troubles. Stuck at the end of Throne knows where, with nothing to show for it. Well, beats being on Savlar, I guess.
Here we go, both armies now fully deployed and ready for war. Alex in the house for his first ever battle report.
First ever.
And yeah, the Chem Dogs are here. Beautiful army as you have seen in the introduction. Stunning. And yeah, I can't wait to start moving them off the table, back into the tray. And
Not gonna happen.
It looks absolutely stunning, and what a battle report we have for you for today. We are playing the Tide of Conviction mission, which there is 6 objectives on the table, even though mostly you can't see them as his parking lot there with all his tanks are actually covering some. So each of us have 1 objective on each of our deployment zones. These are actually quite important, aren't they, Alex?
Super important.
Because
Absolutely.
we will be scoring CP only if we hold it. So it's very important. Then we've got 4 in no man's land. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is quite confusing objectives because they're really close together. I promise they are in the correct position, but it's the only mission that our objectives are quite close together. These are also important because these are the secondary missions, so we will be scoring points at the end of our turns if we hold our opponent's half ones. That is for the end for the mission wise. Terrain wise, all of these beautiful buildings will be used as ruins. Obviously we are using, as we always do, the base as the ruin itself, as part of the ruin, and then we've got some line of sight crates, and that's about it. Some more nice little things like the railway, but we're just using those as aesthetic reasons. Okay, deployment wise, I'm going to start with my deployment if you don't mind, and then we'll move on to Alex's side. So onto my side, we've got the first the 2 Tyrannofexes with the Malanthrope here in the middle. Obviously, as you all know, all those Tyranid veterans. -1 bubble within 6 inches of him is fantastic. This is why I've got 3 of my 4 units of warriors really close to him, and my 2 Tyrannofexes as well. We're moving up the field now, and we have, you can see, all my Gene Stealers have actually scouted forward. So this is one of the new rules they have. Obviously, they've lost advance in charge, which is very sad. But something like this, especially for a game like this, is quite important because getting turn 1 can be quite brutal. So I'm excited to get turn 1. If not, they're just going to disappear off the table, and yeah, it's a lot of points down the drain, but we will see. So 2 units just in the middle. We've got the 2 Broodlords already deploying up the field because obviously of Warp Ritual, which is just, I think they're already in the 6 inches of the center. And then on this side, on this flank, we've just got 1 just heading towards his infantry units, which are inside of those chimeras. We've got the big man himself just behind this ruin here, the Scythed Herodule, and then the last and final unit of warriors just behind this ruin. That is my list, 2,000 points, everything on the table. Let's check out the chem dogs. Okay, do you want to start from closest to the camera?
Of course,
we'll move all the way.
A standard Leman Russ here.
Okay.
Exterminator, Autocannons, Stubber, and Bolter.
Yep.
We've got a squadron of 3 Bane Wolves, Chem Cannon. They've each got a heavy Stubber.
Okay.
And a heavy Bolter in the hull.
Yep.
We've got our Malcador Defenders. They're identical. So
yep.
5 heavy Bolters, 2 Autocannons, and a Demolisher Cannon on the front there.
Okay.
Then we have 2 Medusas
yep.
just here. So non-line of sight needed on that 36-inch range.
Amazing.
Demolisher,
and they look
cannon.
Absolutely stunning as well.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Yep.
And heavy bolters in the hull.
2 Sentinels, armored Sentinels.
Exactly, armored Sentinels.
Yeah.
Exactly, just
with
as they are with
Autocannons. The 2 Chimeras.
2 Chimeras, exactly.
And
Flamers on the turrets. And
who's inside who?
So we have the veteran squad just in the green.
Yeah, and your commander.
And the company commander exactly in
that
the
one.
yellow as well. We've got our tank commander here.
Yeah.
Also in an exterminator with the autocannons.
Perfect.
Stubber and
where's
Bolter.
the other one? Oh, we already mentioned him.
We already mentioned him at the start. And then we finally got our Trojan here, the linchpin of this whole list.
Yeah, lighting the battlefield up with this big light. You need to tell the people how much you paid for that little light at the top.
For that little light, I paid £100 for this little piece here on eBay. It's out of production from 412.
Oh, it's so funny. I love it. I love it. This is why we like the hobby. And this is why we don't tell our girlfriends and other halves how expensive it is.
She's going to find out now and I'll be in some trouble.
Yes, exactly. So hopefully she doesn't watch this. Perfect. So that is both of our deployments. Now for the all-important first roll-off to see who goes first. You are the guest, Alex.
So I get to roll
So
first?
I will allow you to roll first.
This is on the 6, so let's see what happens.
Ooh,
it's a 2.
That is a 2. Okay, not the best of rolls.
Okay,
I'm using my slimy green dice. More than a 2. That is a 2.
Interesting.
That means there is a reroll here. So, do you want to roll there?
Absolutely. Coming up.
That is a 3. Perfect. And the 3 again. Okay, we need to stop doing this. We need to get on with it.
Here we go.
Last roll. I think it is a.
It's a
what
2
is
again.
that? It's a 2. Okay.
Yes.
And a 4. Oh, you had 2 chances, Alex.
I had more than enough chances to get the first turn.
Hive Fleet Titan will be going first. We'll catch you back after movement. And we're back. Movement now over for Hive Fleet Titan, aka Hive Fleet Leviathan for today. Okay, movement-wise, I've gone quite aggressive as we knew it was happening, especially after going turn 1. But again, I did allow you to try and get a higher roll for 2 times.
You didn't.
You didn't.
I had the opportunity.
Yes, you did. So in the command phase, obviously I've used Vicious Insight on both of these units, so this unit here and this unit here in the command phase, to give extra AP on 6s to hit with those two units. That's a Broodlord special ability. What else has happened? Oh yes, we have our Synaptic Imperative. I've gone for Predatory Gene, which is the one specifically for Broodlord. So anybody within 6 inches of them will basically have act as light cover. Apart from that, we've moved up the field with some of the warrior units. This basically all of them. I've raised banners with this one, I've raised banners with this one, I've raised banners with this one, and I've also raised banners with this Gene Stealer unit further up. So 4 banners. What do you think about that?
I think this is going to be a quick game, Pardo.
I want to do as much damage as I can now, because I know how I saw at No Retreat how brutal your shooting phases were.
Yes.
So I'm quite petrified about that.
It doesn't roll over and die.
No, it doesn't. Exactly. There's a lot of armor I have to go through. We've got the big Scythe Pterodule moving up the field and advancing up. I rolled a 2 or 3?
You rolled
a 2. So it's 14-inch move. Didn't think the gun was good enough to actually shoot, even though I might have been within 18 inches of those Sentinels. I think applying pressure with him on this flank is much better. Quickly going into the Psychic phase, I'm doing, missed it again, what's it called? Warp Ritual in the middle of the battlefield. I'm going to do it with the one on the back. It's a Warp Charge 3, I believe, and that is a pass on the roll of a 6. You can't deny, right?
Absolutely not.
Nothing to deny. This is good. This is good. It speeds up the game.
It's a good start.
And then the other one is going to do Feel No Pain on himself. So the front one will do Feel No Pain. So Catalyst, that is a fail. I do have quite a lot of CP, so I'm actually going to use the CP to try and pass. That is a 10, sir. So that is Catalyst applied upon himself. That is a good start. Let's go on to the shooting phase coming up. We're back for the shooting phase. Not a lot of shooting, so it's going to be quite a quick phase and hopefully a couple of tanks less on the battlefield. We're going to start off with this Tyrannofex here. He's going through the battlefield and targeting the Leman Russ on the other side. He is hitting on 3s, all hits, and his strength, Alex, is 14. So I'm still needing 3s though.
Needing 3s, exactly, not double.
Because which is the -4, so you go up to a 6 up save.
6 up save. Actually, I go up to a 5 up save. Armor of Contempt.
Perfect.
So 5 ups needed.
Oh,
+2. Look at that.
That's very nice. Okay, so it's D6 plus 4.
Of course.
It's 2, so it's 6 damage on him.
Wonderful. All right.
Okay, that's good. 2 good saves. 2 good saves. Has survived, and then the next one was going to go into the Medusa, straight on the other side, just in front of him. I'm hitting on 3s. I'm re-rolling 1 for Leviathan. That is 3 hits. Is this toughness 7?
It is toughness 7.
So these are wounding on 2s.
That's what I like to see, Pardo.
I'm going to re-roll 1 of these for the CP.
Okay.
That is 3 wounds that go through. These are -4, so no 6 up because of armor of contempt,
exactly.
right?
So needing 6s. Here we go.
So that is 4. That's a minimum of 12 damage.
It's gone.
It's gone. Does it explode?
Let's see.
Ooh, it doesn't. Okay, lastly, I'm going to go into my Venom Cannon. Quickly going to check the stats on him. I believe it is 2 shots. And let me quickly check. Venom Cannon is D3 shots. And this is going into the same Leman Russ, by the way. So 3 shots, hitting on 3s, because they are assault, with 1 free reroll. 2 hits, and they are strength 8. So wounding on 4s. That is 2 wounds, sir, at -3, damage 2.
So it becomes -2. So
Perfect.
4 ups.
Pass and a pass. Oh, he is bossing it. Perfect from him. He has survived. Look, 1 tank down, couple of points for bringing it down, and that is the end of the shooting phase. We'll catch you back for some charges. We are back, and as you can see, the Gene Stealers have actually broke the lines already and smashed into the tanks on both this side and obviously on this side. I have rolled off camera because basically I was within an inch on one side, 2 inches within the other, but it's much easier now to move them in and go straight into the fight phase, which we are. Now, Alex is spending 1 CP, fair enough, to Overwatch with the first tank. Okay, is it D6?
It is D6 with the chem cannon.
Okay.
This is already a sad story, so we're going to try and break out here.
Perfect.
D6 with the chem cannon. That's 5
That's
shots.
fine.
It's not bad.
Or wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 2s normally,
Normally,
but 3s
but
now
3s,
because
yeah,
of the
because
5.
it is poisoned. Okay.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, so that's 3.
3. That's -3.
-3. Okay. So I have my 5-ups. So 3 dead. That's
what I like
much
to see.
better.
Then we've got our stubber as well, hitting on 6s. Nothing. And then the heavy bolter in the hole,
Perfect.
hitting on 6s. That is 1 auto wound.
Auto wounds, nice. Here we go. That is another 1 dead. So that's 4 removed from Overwatch. That is amazing. Let's take them out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'll prepare some dice because now I need to take some off and we'll go into the fight. We are back and it's the first unit striking into the first Hellhound. I have actually piled into the second one as well. But this is 24 attacks because 4 of them were perished in Overwatch. Hitting on 3s. There we go. And these, remember, auto wounding on 6s because of the upgrade I paid 30 points for. So 2 auto wounds. And then looking for 5s and 6s. Oh, yeah. 5s and 6s. That isn't bad. That was a 6, by the way. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay.
6.
So 6, yeah. Now, 2 of them are AP4 because any 6s to hit with the command in the command phase. Obviously, I gave them that. Okay. So 2 are -4, 4 are -3.
So -4 goes to -3.
Yep.
So I get 6s on these.
Okay.
I've passed 1.
Passed 1, yeah, perfect.
And then the next are
4.
-3,
which would go to -2.
So 5s, and I pass another.
Okay, so 4 wounds in total?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to remove 4 now, and we're going to go into the other side of the battlefield. I think, Alex, you're going to need to help me out, pick up some dice and put them into my hand. Small little hand. There we go. Perfect. So it's this twice, because it's 40 attacks onto the other Chimera on the other side. So these are hitting on 3s again, and I'm auto wounding on 6s. These don't go to AP4 because I wasn't within range to give them that ability. And I'm going to wound on 5s and 6s. So that is 2, 4, 5, 6 for now. And then you need to help me out again. You want to put those dice onto? There we go. There we go. But these I don't auto hit on 6s. Thank you. This one. I know. Yes, I do. Sorry, I do auto hit on 6s. Okay. This is the upgrade I paid for. Brilliant. And then a couple more 5s and 6s. There we go. So there was 6 on the first one.
Yes, it was. And 2, I believe 2 or 3 of them were 6s. Okay, yeah, but I don't get the extra AP for these. Okay, I don't get the extra AP. So 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 wounds, Alex, onto the Chimera with the commanders, I believe it was, right? It's my commander in there, yes, okay. Absolutely. This sounds good. So negative is 4. -3. -3, yeah. So 5s. 5s. Not too
Looks
bad,
like
actually.
A good roll. See a couple of 5s and 6s.
Yeah, I seem to spike that.
Okay.
So
oh, another
2,
one. Nice.
4, 6, 8 wounds down.
Okay, not bad. I think they have 11. They do have 11. 11 wounds left on them. Okay, not bad. That was some good rolling saves. You have rolled some good rolling saves. So one between the Leman, Russ, and that one. It's a good turn. Perfect. I believe that is the end of my turn. Do you want to strike back really quickly? Oh, absolutely. With your tanks? With my tanks. Try and remove a couple. Yeah, exactly. Chimera? This one, I believe, gets 1 attack now. Yep. And it hits on a 6. It fails. Fails, okay. And this one gets D3. D3. Which is still 1. Okay. Hits on a 6. Doesn't hit. Okay. And I tagged the other one as well. Oh, I'm so sorry. Does have that will get 3 attacks. Yes, absolutely. No, nothing. Nothing. Okay, so that concludes turn 1 for me. Let's go into turn 1 for the Astra Militarum coming up. Here we go. Chem Dog's turn 1 movement now. Over. Now, at the beginning of Alex's turn, he does have something that he needs to normally do, which is jury rigging, which is one of his, what is it called, successor? No, it's one of my custom regiments. Custom and regiments. So this is done at the beginning of the turn, and every tank that has lost wounds basically is able to get from 1 to 3, to a maximum of 3. Exactly. Yes. So obviously we're going to show you for the first turn that this happens on every wounded tank, but obviously this is at the beginning, so maybe some of the next turns you actually won't see this happening on camera. So we're going to go for the Leman Russ first. Leman Russ first, yep. Exactly. So
Let's see if it goes off. It does.
What is it?
It's a 2,
2.
and I
Okay.
just get 1 wound back, so that goes up to 7.
Perfect. Okay.
We'll do the same
and then
on the
Hellhound, yeah.
exactly
D3.
D3. That's
Which is the big 3.
That is. It's actually
D3.
I have
Okay,
to
so you roll
so
first
now
and
I get
then.
the D3 exactly.
Which is.
And it is the 3, so it
It
goes
is the
back
3.
up to 10.
Nice. Okay, perfect.
Feeling good about that. And then lastly, the Chimera just here.
Okay, do you want to roll?
Yes, of course. And that is also a 5. So
A
that
5.
is D3.
Okay. The number
And
is
it's
the big 3.
again, so
Okay,
6.
so up to 6. Okay, all my work for nothing.
Keeping me in the game.
In the game. Perfect. So do you want to go over your movement?
Absolutely. So you've pinned me. You've done a really good job of pinning me into my deployment zone, which is something I hate. So everything's just swung over this side to be around the tank commander for its orders.
Okay. So
the
they've
infantry-
disembarked, right?
Exactly.
Let's
The
have a
infantry
look at
have
them now.
disembarked.
Okay.
So the veterans have gotten out of their
Yep.
Chimera, which then moved,
Perfect.
as did the Ogren from the Trojan there, and then the commander has come out here. He's
Okay.
later going to order everyone to move into his range so that he can
Awesome. Okay.
survive.
Yep. Sentinels moved up, tanks moved up, shuffled up, and obviously these 2 Hellhounds are in a good position because they can flame my Gene Stealers.
Exactly. They're just going to stay there.
Yeah. Perfect. And then we've got these moving up. They've just moved, right?
They have just moved.
No
this
advancing
Chimera
on them. Yep. Leman Russ just trying to get a bit of cover as well from that ruin, whilst the Hellhound is doing what the Hellhound's doing, just moving straight up the battlefield.
lines.
Exactly. Perfect. So yeah, that is it. Let's get some dice ready and we'll go into the all-important shooting phase. Onto the shooting phase we go. We're going to start off with the 2 Hellhounds that are stuck in combat. They're going to flame those Gene Stealers just in front of them. Here we go. First one, D6,
with the Chimera.
is 4.
I'm going to keep that.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because you can reroll if you want with
Exactly.
your Regimental Doctrine.
All right, so would be winning on 2s, but now winning on 3s.
3s.
Brilliant.
Which is
Fantastic
just
roll.
1 wound. Not what you want. Here we go. Minus?
It's -3.
-3. Okay, so I do have a 5 up, which is a pass as well. There we go.
This is going
And
well.
we're going to do the
We're going on
Stubber.
to exactly the Stubber, hitting
Stubber.
on 5s because I'm in close combat.
Okay,
That's nothing. And then the Bolter as well, hitting on 5s. That is 1 hit,
1 hit.
and it wounds.
And
It does wound.
It does wound. Okay, so again, 5 up, which is a fail, so 1 is perished.
We'll move on to the second.
Yep,
D6 with the Chem Cannon. That's a 3. I am going to re-roll that with Gunnery Experts.
okay,
And it's a 4, so slightly better.
yep,
Wounding on 3s. 2. -3.
-3. 5 ups, invulnerable saves. That is 1 more dead, so 2 in total. Not what you wanted. You wanted some more dead,
I
yeah?
need more dead, yes. Going on to the Heavy Bolter. That's 1 hit.
Okay,
It does wound.
does wound. And so
Negative
looking
1.
for 5 ups. Nope, that is 3 dead.
And then lastly, the Stubber. No hits there.
No hits.
Fantastic.
Okay, so it was a total of 3 dead, which isn't that good.
It's not that good now.
It's not that good. Now, I just want you to remind me that when we're in combat, I do have a 4 up invulnerable save. That's something that I always
Interesting.
miss.
Well-
I haven't needed it yet, but
I'm also going to need you to remind me to do my orders, which I have forgotten.
okay, we
So
will do the orders. That's not a problem at all.
It's not going to affect
So
these tanks.
we're going to stop that and on camera now. Do you know what orders you're going to do?
I do, yes.
Okay, let's
Absolutely.
go. Let's go over them.
So,
Because obviously it's not something that's
because my
gonna
tank
really
commander can order 3 tanks per turn,
Yes, yeah,
he's going to order reroll 1s to hit, reroll
Okay.
1s to hit, and reroll 1s to hit.
obviously.
Across all 3 of them.
That's the ones you want.
I could spend a command point for
And get an extra one, right?
exactly, but at the moment I think I'm happy with just those 3 tanks.
Okay, and this one's not a command. It's just that one, wasn't
Exactly.
it? Perfect.
That's right.
Okay, so let's grab some more dice and carry on shooting.
Yes, of course.
Moving on to the next Hellhound, he's going to be firing obviously into the Broodlord on the back, which isn't the Catalyst one. Smart move there, Alex. Okay,
Something.
yeah. So Chem Cannon first.
Exactly. Chem Cannon first. D6 shots with that. It's 4.
It is 4. Yeah.
I'm going to keep that. Winning on 2s, but now 4s because of Leviathan.
Okay.
Great news.
Ooh.
That's absolutely nothing.
Okay, you do have your heavy bolt and your
I
Stubber
do.
still.
I do. Heavy Bolter.
Yep.
That's 2 hits.
Perfect.
And then wounds on a 4, toughness 5 or toughness 6?
Toughness is 5.
So 4s.
4s, yeah.
I'm so sorry, that's a double 1. So
Double 1.
Absolutely nothing. And
Okay.
then the Stubber. It is 1 auto wound.
Perfect. So 4 up invulnerable save, which is a pass. Okay, again, you needed more wounds to go through.
This is great news.
You do have your Leman Russ now. Do you want to fire that one?
Absolutely, yes. So we're going to
Okay.
go straight into the, I believe we're going to go into these warriors just here.
Okay, just the front ones there.
The front
Remember
ones,
that they
exactly.
do have transhuman as well.
Super.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect
And what's the
anything less.
damage on these?
So 2 damage across my autocannons and my heavy bolter, and then the stubber is just...
Okay, so I will be spending 1 CP for reinforced hive node, which basically grants them a -1 to the damage.
Wonderful. Now my commander is on the battlefield. I can use my Kurov's Aquila. So
5
on
up.
5 up, I get that CP. I do.
Okay, which is a 6.
That's kind of crucial.
Perfect. And I'm down to 4 because I've just used 1.
Exactly.
Perfect. So
Alright,
let's do that.
We're going to open up with the autocannons. Grinding advance means I get to shoot that
Perfect.
turret twice, so
Okay.
8 shots.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 3.
Threes.
4s, sorry.
4s because...
He's a regular Leman Russ, not
Okay,
a tank commander.
that's very
so 2
true.
auto wounds and 1 hit. And then wounding on... Well,
not that, because you need to wound on 4. So 2 auto wounds and the minus
1.
-1. So I believe I have a 5 up. Both failed. These are would be damage 2, but obviously they go down to damage 1 pop. So 1 is on 1 wound remaining. Do you have any more guns from him?
I do. I have a heavy bolter, which
Okay.
I'll start with now.
Which one did you want to do? Do you want to do the one that's shot back at you, or the one that's doing the action?
I'm going to go with the ones who are able to shoot. Who are a
Okay,
little bit closer.
the first ones.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Going on to the heavy bolter.
Yep.
That's 2 hits.
Perfect.
I'm wounding on, I believe, 5s or 4s.
I'm going to quickly check just in case we're doing that right.
It
Because
is
it's
strength 5.
It is toughness 5, yeah.
So
So it's
4s.
4s to 1.
Just 1.
And you can't wound them on more than 4s anyway, so
That's correct.
doesn't matter. Here we go. That is a pass. Because they do have a 4-up save, and obviously that still has a -1.
Delightful.
Perfect.
Okay. Then it's just the heavy stubber.
Heavy stub at the top. That is
2 hits.
2 hits.
Wounds on 5s.
1 wound. 4 up. That is a save. So all of them do survive.
Resilient.
At
that's his
least for
flank
this
shot.
turn. Yep. This
That's-
is all the things on the left.
Exactly.
Now we get onto the bulk of the army.
Maybe the fun stuff.
The fun stuff, yeah.
Exactly.
For you.
For me.
For you.
Absolutely.
Me and the Tyranid players watching now, it's not fun. Okay, so do you know what you're going to start off
I
that
think I'm
with?
going to start with the Sentinels just here.
Okay.
They're going to try some pepper shots just at this big thing here.
Let's do
It's
it.
T7, isn't it? So
It's toughness 8.
toughness 8. I'm sorry.
Toughness
Yes,
8,
of course
yeah.
it is. In which case, I'm not going to do that. They'll
Okay.
just go straight at these warriors here. just
Yep,
to see if
let's
I
do
can
that.
Chip
Okay.
away some wounds. So they hit on 4s, nothing special. That's 2 auto wounds and a hit,
Okay,
and then wounds on A3. Sorry, 4.
Just 4s,
because-
yeah.
That's
3 wounds?
-1.
-1. So 5 ups. All through, go through, and these are damage 2,
2,
right?
that's right.
So
yes.
that's 1 dead and 1 down to 1 wound remaining.
That's what we
Now,
like to hear.
actually, I would have done. They are in cover, so the first one would have had a 4 up, so he would have been down to 4. And well, I won't. Let's do it. Let's do it. I didn't say the one in cover now, so I'll just kill 1 and put 1 on 1 wound, and I won't have any wounds dealt on the one that is in cover now.
That makes sense.
So that one's a 1. He goes off. The problem is I wouldn't have done the one on the objective. So I'll take him off. And if you don't mind, I won't do
I
the
don't
second
mind.
wound because he would have a 4 up there. So I'll take the Venom Cannon off, which
Absolutely
is a
fine.
big loss for me. That's it. Sentinel's
Great.
done.
Sentinel's done, so I'm going to move on to this Chimera here.
Okay.
The Flame is going to go into these Gene Stealers,
Perfect.
and the Heavy Bolter will go at the Warriors.
Perfect.
Let's
Let's do
start with
this.
Heavy Bolter since
Yep.
I've got 3 dice. Hitting on 4s. Great.
Obviously.
And then D6 with the Flamer.
Okay.
It's
Just
just
2
shots. I'm going to Gunnery Experts.
Yep,
because
reroll
there's
that
no reason not to.
into
Turns to 4.
100% more.
Exactly. Strength 5. Toughness is 4.
4.
So 3s to wound. Going to 4s to wound because of...
Yep. No,
No,
yeah,
no,
please.
they're
These
Gribblies.
are Gribblies, yeah.
So just
1.
Negative 1.
Yep, 5 up. Is a fail, so 1 is dead, so I'll take him off.
Would you like to hear that? All right.
And we do need to remove. How many did you kill on that side?
That's a great question.
And we'll recheck them. We're going to do that right now, just before we forget. So I'll let Alex get some more dice and remove the casualties off there, and we'll carry on shooting. On to the right flank we go. Chimera now trying to flame these Gene Stealers, and we've also have done some orders on the back, so they've actually moved after we've switched off the camera. So there they are. As you can see, behind the Gene Stealers, ready to fire their shotguns or get into combat, mostly. Maybe.
Probably not. No, they're just going to sit and watch what's happening.
Okay, just watch the tank get dead.
Exactly.
Or watch the Gene Stealers get flamed. Okay, let's go.
All right, so Flamer, D6 shots. 5, I'm going to
It's
keep
5.
that.
Yeah.
So wounding on 4s. Would be 3s. But
Oh,
that's all of them.
nice.
Negative
Okay,
1.
so how many is that? Was it 5?
5, yes.
Okay, -1. Still have my 5 ups. Which is a good roll. That's 2 dead only.
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right, and moving on to the Heavy Bolter.
Yes, sir.
It hits on 6 now. That's 1 hit, and it is an auto wound.
1 or 2 wounds. So good that incorporated that
Negative
card.
1.
Negative 1 is a 5 up again. That is a 6, sir.
Pardo, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Sorry, you are a guest. I need to roll worse than this. Okay, moving on to the big hitters.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's move on to the big guns. I'm going to open up with the Malcador, and it's going to fire
Everything into Mr. So I'm going to pay a CP to actually... What's the strength of the big gun?
The strength is 10.
10, and you've got 2 las cannons as well, right?
I don't. I do have 2 autocannons.
Autocannons.
Which I'm now considering firing at the...
Something else. The rest won't be wounding. The damage of the Demolisher is D6 shots, D6 damage, right?
That's correct, yes.
So I'm actually going to put him into the bigger transhuman. I don't know how many CP that is, so you can't wound him on 1s, 2s, and 3s. Okay?
Amazing.
Let's do this. Did you get your CP? Yeah, you already get your CP, so you don't have to roll for that.
Exactly.
Okay, so are you going to change your mind with what gun's going to what?
I think actually the autocannons will go into these...
Into those warriors.
Exactly, just to try and see what I can do, and then everything else will go at this.
Perfect, let's do this.
Just here. Okay, so first of all, let's do the Demolisher cannon. Let's have some fun.
That
that's
is 5 shots.
There's no need to re-roll that.
Okay.
So I'm hitting on 4s, and I'm re-rolling any 1s.
Perfect.
So that's 1 auto wound.
Yep, and the 1...
1 to re-roll. Yeah, so that's 3 hits.
Perfect.
And then,
4's 2 wounds because I've just paid for transhuman.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
You do have a CP, right? So
I
do. 2 CP. 2 CP. Do you want to reroll one of those?
You know what? I may.
Yes, because it's the D6 which
just
is
to
going
see what I can do.
Yeah. That is a wound.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
minus
-3.
Okay, I do have my 4-ups, which 1 goes through, and I'm actually going to roll and try same as you, 50-50 chance. That is a pass.
Pardo.
So no D6 damage on the big scythed Herodule.
This is already ugly.
More guns going in.
Yes,
heavy bolters, right?
Heavy bolters.
Okay.
Precisely.
A lot of them. How many does he have?
5.
5.
5 heavy bolters.
10, was that 15 shots?
15 shots, exactly.
Ouch. Okay.
So hitting on 4s, again, re-rolling 1s.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 is auto wound.
Yes, sir.
Which is
very good. What's that? 5 already? Nice.
5 already, and I'm re-rolling these 2 1s.
Yes, sir.
I think that knocked over, so I'm just going to take these 2 hits.
Okay. Didn't really
and
see
then winning on 5s.
5s.
Nothing. So it's just those 5 there.
Okay. Which isn't bad. -1 goes up to a 4-up then. And these are damage 2, right?
2 damage.
So 4 damage dealt on him. Not bad at all. I'll get a little dice and put a wound marker on him. Okay. At the moment, I'm just going to use this just so we don't forget. And what else have we got? We've got the autocannons into the warriors.
Into the warriors. So hitting on 4s, that's 2 hits.
Yep, no rerolls
there. And winning on 3s, but now 4s.
And these are 4s all the time because they're sign-ups.
Oh, fantastic. So 4s.
Do you want to reroll that one?
Just because it's cocked?
Yeah.
It
is a wound.
-1.
Okay, -1, which I'll do the one in cover now.
Yep, no worries.
So still a 4-up, which is a fail. Damage 2, he's down to 1 wound remaining. Okay, perfect.
All right.
Do you want to carry on?
Absolutely, yes.
Let's do one more tank.
Let's do the second Malcolm.
Okay.
Since I'm holding all the dice, we'll do everything at the hurdle.
Everything at the hurdle.
I think it has to.
Going in for the kill.
It has to. I have to kill it.
Okay, let's do this.
Kill something.
Yes.
So D6 shots with the Demolisher cannon.
Okay.
It's 1 shot.
1 shot. You can reroll.
Gunnery experts.
Do you want to reroll?
Oh,
that is.
There we go, baby.
6 times better.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So hitting on 4s with a reroll, as explained.
3 auto hits as well.
Auto wounds.
Wow. Auto wounds. Sorry.
A reroll on the hit. No, nothing.
And then it's needing 4s to wound. Which doesn't.
Nothing.
Okay. Those auto wounding coming into play already. 4-ups.
Oh my goodness, Pardo. What
How does that feel? I'm so
well,
sorry.
I thought I was the guest, but now I feel
we're
like
both very tired from no retreat, and now this is getting... I'm passing all my saves as well. Naughty.
All right.
Okay.
We'll go with the autocannons next. That's 1 auto hit, and I will re-roll that because...
Okay, same as before. Yeah,
exactly.
So still a hit.
It doesn't wound, so
doesn't
just 1.
wound. Just 1 at -1, right?
Exactly.
So 4-up. It's a pass as well. Wow. Okay.
All right, and then we're going to go on to the heavy bolters.
Yes.
So re-rolling these 1s.
Perfect.
I might re-roll that just because it was cocked.
Yep.
Great. So that's 4
couple
auto,
of them, yeah.
4 auto wounds.
That's what you want.
I'll take away the hits. And then re-rolling.
1 more, right?
1 more, exactly. And then wounding on 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s.
That's
So
just
that is 2.
Sorry.
2.
So
Not bad. Well, -1.
Yep, there was
and plus 3 more, right?
Plus 4 more. So
that's
2,
4 more.
4,
so 6 in total.
Exactly. -1.
-1, so 4-ups. Oh, and there are the misses now. So 2, 4, 6 damage. Not bad at all. That's 10 wounds dealt on him. Can't complain really, right? Now, do you want to have a think about what's next?
No, I think the tank commander is going to do the same. Everything's, with the exception of the heavy stubber, which will go at the warrior, or warriors, sorry. Everything else will go at the at the Herodial.
No problem.
I'm going to go 8 shots for the autocannons first.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, and I'm not re-rolling because I didn't give them the order.
Okay.
I'll re-roll that.
Okay. That is a hit as well.
Yeah, so there's 1 auto wound.
Yep.
And then strength's
7,
so toughness 8, so 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s.
That's
not bad. That's another 3.
Another 3, so 4 in total.
4 in total. -1, so 4 ups. 1 goes through. Damage is 2, right?
That's correct.
So 12 done on him.
And then the heavy bolter. 1 auto.
Yep.
Wound. That's it.
That's it.
-1.
Yep.
Yes.
Passes as well. Oh. Okay, and what else have we got?
Break the chitin. Just the stubber into
Just
the warriors,
stubber.
just to see what happens here.
Okay, into the gene steal, into the warriors.
Yes. And then we're going to wound on 5s and 6s.
Yes.
That's a cock die, so I'll re-roll that. So just 2.
Just
no AP.
Just 2, no AP. So 4 ups, 3 ups actually. I'll do 1 at a time because the other one is in cover. So he's dead.
There we go.
And 4 up is wounded. So he's down to 2. And I think that is the end of your shooting.
No, that's not. I've got 1 Medusa siege cannon.
Okay,
just
to finish off, right?
Absolutely. So everything. I'm not sure the heavy bolter can see. Well, the model can. So
okay,
the heavy bolter will.
Mm-hmm.
Everything into the Herodial.
Everything into the Herodial.
D6
Let's
with
do
a
this.
siege cannon. 5 shots.
5, which you don't want to reroll.
No, I do not. Hitting on 4s, and I'm re-rolling the 1s. So
Okay,
re-roll that 1.
Yep.
And we'll say that's cocked.
Yeah, okay. Cocked again, so
we'll just say it's.
Okay. So
And
3
then-
hits.
Exactly. Wounding on 4s.
2
Does come into play there.
-3.
-3.
So 4 ups.
Oh my
What
goodness.
is going? I want to stop rolling these dice because it feels
I'm
like
going to put my flight in
they're microwave them.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So what else have we got? The
Just the heavy bolter.
Okay.
So that's 1 hit and a reroll of 1. No. And then wounds on a 5 or a 6. Doesn't.
It doesn't wound.
Fantastic.
Okay, and then that concludes your shooting phase.
It does indeed.
Perfect. So straight on. Are you going to charge with
I actually
anything?
am, yes.
Okay.
This Chimera is, Chimera. This Hellhound is going to do what it does best and just fling itself.
So we're going to cut off and go into the charges and the all-important fight phase. Here we are onto the charge phase. I can't believe the Astra Militarum are actually going to charge, but this is what it's all about. We've got the Chem Cannon Hellhound charging the...
I'm actually going to go into these warriors here.
Oh, into these
big
warriors.
Charge,
okay. I'm not going to Overwatch. It's all yours.
All right, here we go. Desperate plea.
It's a 6.
I don't think that's going to do it.
I think you needed a 9, did we say?
I did, yeah.
No,
definitely. So we'll move on to these Sentinels.
Okay, they're going to go into the Gene Stealers.
Can you believe it? I can't.
This is cool. Stomping some Gene Stealers.
Oh, no.
That is a 4.
It's going to get me there, but I needed a bigger roll.
Because you wanted to get into this objective,
Exactly,
right?
yes, I did.
Do you want to reroll?
No, because Yes, I will.
Okay, because you don't need... You wanted 2 CP to actually Overwatch on 5s, but you don't have that 2 CP, so you might as well reroll. What is it that you need?
Well, see, I will get a CP back at the start of your command phase because I'm on my objective.
Which is not bad.
It will allow me to Overwatch from 5s.
Okay.
It's just...
If you have it, not if you have it, yeah.
Exactly. You know what? I'm going to wait.
Wait and charge. Look, he's down to 6 now, so it is a good gamble, I think, to take. So keep it. He's going to charge in anyway.
Exactly.
Perfect.
You know, I might wipe them out and then consolidate.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, there's 40 attacks coming in from the Gene Stealers if they all survive from the first attacks from the Sentinels. So we're going to do all the attacks, all the wounds off camera, and then we'll come back for those saving throws.
I just have to survive.
You do. We are back, and we've actually done all the hitting and wounding. We've already done some saves as well because there was some not very important combats on this side. So we've already done the combat on that side. You actually killed 1, didn't you?
I did not know.
Yeah, you didn't. Because I did 2 wounds back on you.
That's right.
That was what happened there. And then here I've done all my attacks. He's already rolled for the -4, which has gone through. And then this is all the rest of the attacks that have wounded. So -3 on these.
Going down to
do they have armor content?
They do indeed. They're a vehicle. Yep. So needing 5s.
5s.
Not bad.
Not bad. That's 4 passes. So that's 5 wounds.
So that's enough to kill 1.
Enough to kill 1.
So
Okay. Does it explode? This is what you want.
Ooh,
Whoa! Catch it.
No,
it's a 1. Okay. So that finishes off the turn for both of us. That is, I guess.
That
yeah,
holds you back. That's quite important.
That's
actually.
not bad at all. Okay, we're going to count up some points now. Sentinel removed. It's getting interesting. Let's go on to turn 2, and that's coming right up. Turn 2, here we go. Hive Fleet Titan movement now over. We've done all the shenanigans in the command phase. So one of the Brood Lords have actually put extra AP onto this unit, which is pretty good. And we've basically only shuffled about here and there. So this unit of warriors has advanced up now, moving on to this objective. If you don't mind, Alex, I'm just going to put him onto the cover now. And yeah, I just need some extra support onto that objective. They've stayed put on this one. They've stayed put on this one. Again, a bit of shuffling to have 3 models on the objective. My 2 Brood Lords, even though they are a wrecking ball when they get into combat, they are in a better position here as they are now, basically because of Warp Ritual, to get those extra tasty points. I haven't moved with my Tyrannofexes or my Mauler Fiend, just because I do get line of sight. Alex did a great job with his tanks in the movement phase and denied me a lot of line of sight with my Tyrannofexes, but I have now pulled away with the Gene Stealers, who are now on this objective here, removing that objective from Alex in his next turn for primary points, and now getting the shot into one of those Hellhounds. So I am rooting for a good shooting phase. Alex is hoping for a bad shooting phase from me, and we'll go from there. Now, off camera, we forgot to do this combat at the end. I actually removed a further
6 wounds.
6 wounds, taking it down to 2. So jury rigging coming into play, because if you remember, you did get 3 wounds back, and I don't think you did any wounds back onto me. My Hera duel, I have used rapid regeneration on him for 1 CP, and I just got 1 back. So he's back up to 7, and now, as you can see, with a 9-inch movement just in front of the tank there, which will be quite good for me. I do want to get him into combat before, but I do know that Alex has 2 CP to Overwatch and 5s, which is scary to say the least. Perfect. That is the end of my movement. We're quickly going to go into the psychic phase. Warp Ritual for the 2nd time into the middle there. Needing a 3, that is an 8, so that is a pass. I'm also going to do Catalyst on the front one again, which is a double 1, which is a Perils. Now, I do have CP still, so I'm going to reroll this. I do need Catalyst. I need these guys to stay. That is a failed, but not a Perils.
On a 5-up, I'll get my Kurov Aquila.
Yes, you do.
I'll get a CP. And
yes, you do get another CP. That's 2 10s in a row. That is great. I also go to 2. My tally now goes to 2 for Psychic Ritual. And there we go. We are ready to go. Let's go into the shooting coming up. Starting off the shooting phase, we've got the first Tyrannofex firing through the narrow corridors of this abandoned city into the first of the Hellhounds. 3 of them still on the table. I think it's about time I remove at least 1. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1 for free for Leviathan, which is still a miss. And then I'm wounding on 2s here. That is 2 wounds at -4. Which gives you a
-3, so 6s to
6s to save. Can you do another good save? No, nearly. That is a dead tank. I do not need to roll for it because it's down to 8 wounds, right?
It is down to 8 wounds.
Yes.
So D6, does it explode? Oh,
it does. No. And these explode on 4s, don't they?
They don't, no. So this is the Chem version.
Okay.
It's actually the Hellhound that explodes.
That does it. Okay.
Exactly.
So it does explode as well.
It is.
D3 mortal wounds?
Indeed. We just need to check ranges because I may actually get them as well.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, on this tank, certainly. So D3. Okay. Just the 1.
Just the 1. And what's the range of the explosion? Is it 6?
I believe it's 6, but I will just need to check.
You can go check in whilst I do my other Rupture Cannon if you want.
Absolutely.
So next Rupture Cannon will go into this Hellhound here. Here we go. Hitting on 3s. Oh, 2 misses, but I do reroll 1, which is a hit.
You could just roll 1 to hit.
2 wounds. That is 2 wounds. So looking for 6s again.
6s again. I do get 1.
I do get 1. So D6 plus 3. That is the big 6.
Is that 9?
No, sorry. It's 4 plus D6. It's 9 wounds. Yeah. 9
Any
wounds.
mortal wounds?
Which one? It was this one, right? That fired to that one. So that one, this one's the one that does the extra mortal wounds.
I see.
So I've killed it anyway. Same as turn 1. I didn't need to do it.
This
so
is
how many?
2 wounds.
Down to 2 wounds. Now I do have the Stinger salvos, which I need to measure up and see if I'm in range. So we're going to check the range of this. We're going to see the range of that, and we'll do those things off camera. We are back. Guns checked and range of exploding checks is D6. Sorry, it's 6 inches.
6 inches,
6
exactly.
inches.
So
So
it
it does capture
these
my
two
3.
stealers,
and
and
you
it also my Malcador as well.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant.
Okay, so Malcador first.
Malcador first, let's
Yeah.
do it. Hoping for a 1.
That
There
is
we
just
go.
1.
That's
so
nice.
Jury Riggin will give him something back,
Exactly.
hopefully.
And
And then you can kill my 3 Gene
5 or
Stealers on a
6,
5 or 6.
please.
No, so
just
1
2.
does survive, so if you want to just leave the closest to your chimeras there. And then my Stinger Salvos will be going obviously into this chimera. And I'm doing both Stinger Salvos which were in range, just forgot to do the first one. Hitting on 3s, and I have already rerolled, so these are already, yeah. And then my Strength is 5, your Toughness is 7, so looking for those tasty 5s and 6s, which I do get a lot of. Wow. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 7 at -1, so no AP on them.
No AP?
No AP because it's -1, but you minus it anyway with Armor of Content. So 3 ups.
Oh.
That is 2. And were you in 2 left?
I'm on 2 wounds. I
okay.
think at this point,
the magic! Look, you've got it from your relic.
You gave it
so
free.
I think it has to happen. This
Exactly.
was all a plan after all.
If I can suck up some additional shooting, I'll do it. So, a 3.
It's a save. Okay, that is very good. We will now put then the Venom Cannon to start with. So all the guns are going into basically the Hellhound. Obviously, I'm going to start with the Venom Cannon just because it's easier to basically kill the tank. So here we go. D3 shots from the first unit. Is only 1 hitting on 3s. Is a hit. Do I hit on 3s? Hopefully. Yeah, hit on 3s. And wounding on Strength 8. So doesn't wound.
That's interesting.
Have I rerolled any wounds? Don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
This is worrying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my Devourers, which is 5 shots each, and hope for the best on the last one. So 5 and 5. That is 10 shots, hitting on 3s. And move this, move this, move this. And Strength is 4, so I'm wounding on 5s. That is 1. That's the one I'm checking. There's minus. There's no minus on it.
Okay.
So
I just need a 3 up to survive.
You just need a 3 up to survive.
And
that is a 3 up. Perfect. So we're going to do rinse and repeat from the next unit. Venom Cannon. Here's the big 3 I wanted. Here's the 3 wounds I wanted. And here's the 3 hits and the 3 wounds I wanted. These were -3. So -2 for Armor of Content.
Needing 5s.
5 ups.
Need a good roll.
Nothing. Does it explode?
Let's see.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so that's some more points for bring it down. That means that I don't have to charge with the Broodlord, which I'm happy about. And that is it for this side of the battlefield. They've advanced. 1 Venom... Oh, no, it's the Stinger here, which I'm going to just put quickly Alex into that Chimera there. I might as well with that Devourer. Yes. 1 reroll. 1 hit. Strength 4, so I'm needing 5s and 6s. Exactly. So 2 wounds with no AP.
No AP, so 3 ups. Passes them both.
Passes them both. Perfect. And then we've got the 3d6 from this little guy, which is going to go into... I'm going to go into him, into the tank just in front. Yeah, into the Malcador, just in case it always happens where I go into combat and I leave him on like 1 or 2 wounds.
Of course it will happen.
So 3d6. Perfect. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll count up some ties. I'll wound them. And we'll come back for the saving throws. Okay, we are back. And we've actually done the saves as well off camera. And I actually managed to deal 2 wounds on the Malcador. Malcador? Yeah, Malcador, just because, as well as my Hive Terrible, any 4 jewels things still have a worse armor save. He's got a 3 up. I've got a 3 up as well. Now, charges. Very important charge here. Very cool charge as well. Hive Terrible going into the Malcador. Now you do see, you did save 2 CP for this moment, and this is to Overwatch on. Now, is it? Do you also need the CP to Overwatch?
Yes, you do. Yes, so it's 2 CP. So
okay, so it's 1 normally and then 1
and then defensive gunners.
Okay, perfect. CP. And you're out of CP, and guess what? I am out of CP because I will be using I'm going to be using Indomitable Monstrosity. Oh, can you do it? Selected the target of an attack. Yes, so I can do it in the Overwatch. So I'm basically going to do this in the Overwatch, so you can't wound me on 1, 2s, and 3s. And in the fight phase, if I get to it, if I'm still alive, I will be using Ferocious Appetite to reroll my wounds. Also, I forgot to mention my Tyranid warriors were in the Synaptic Imperative, goated to slaughter. Sadly, I did move this warrior slightly into the terrain to get the better armor save, and now I am actually out of 6 inches from this unit of Gene Stealers, but I feel myself lucky with these. They do still have a lot of attacks, so those extra attacks maybe don't need to come into play. So that's all my Synaptic Imperatives done. Let's go into Overwatch. Very important.
Let me see if I can kill it. So we're going to start with the autocannons.
Yes, let's do that.
Hitting on 5s and 6s.
Yes, sir.
So 6s are auto wounds.
Okay.
I don't get my rerolls this.
No, because it's Overwatch.
Phase, exactly. And then wounding on 4s. 5s, sorry.
5s, yeah. No wounds. Okay, so 1 minus 1, right?
Exactly.
4 up is a save.
Pardo, don't do this.
Yeah, this guy's been saving a lot, right? Okay.
D6 with the Demolisher cannon.
Yep.
It's 5.
It's the big 5. Do you want to reroll that?
Oh, yes, I think I should.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So,
hitting
5s
on
and 6s.
5s and 6s.
This is the key shot.
What?
Oh, just one, but it is an auto wound.
It is a auto wound as well. So, 4 up. Please don't let me down now. It can do D6 damage, right, only?
Yes, it do.
Oh, no.
Finally.
Wow,
finally,
it goes
Pardo.
through D6.
This is
one.
CP, do you?
I don't have CP, but this is when you roll a 1.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is when you roll
this is
a 1.
when I roll a 1.
At this, at this moment as well, I do have a CP, where I still haven't gone into
I'm
the
sorry,
fight phase.
you're right.
But,
No.
so I think I'm going to re-roll that. Obviously, that's a cocked die, so we do still have time to do it. So I'm going to re-roll that and not get the re-roll 2 wounds. That is a save. That is a save. So Ferocious Appetite is in the fight phase, which we're still not in there. This is the charge phase. So we remove that, and you do have all your heavy bolters, which is what did the damage last time.
It's what does the damage.
It was exactly.
That's all I can wound with. So hitting on 5s,
okay.
No rerolls of any kind. That doesn't look good enough.
Doesn't look. A couple of auto wounds.
4 auto wounds,
which is good.
2 hits as well.
Okay.
I'm going to need 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s. That's an extra one. Ooh, this is good.
It's okay.
So 2, 4, 5. Minus 1, taking me down to 4 ups. Ooh, that is 4 damage. I think you take me down now to the lowest profile.
I would hope so.
So that is 3 left on him. So we mark it out as a 3. We take this off, and that is it. We're going to charge straight in. Can't really fail. And on to the fight phase we go. Okay, it wasn't enough. The monster is still alive and clashing against now that tank. Now, sadly, I only have 6 attacks and I'm hitting on 5s. So please, dice gods, please be good to me. 5s. That is 2. Now, I can reroll 1s for the big siding talons,
The nature of the weapon.
which isn't a hit, and I can reroll 1 for Leviathan. Doesn't hit. Okay.
Wiping the sweat off.
He steps away. Now, my strength is plus 2 strength, so my strength is 10. So I'm wounding on 3s.
Exactly.
2 wounds, and they are minus 3 only, which is minus 2, but at least you have a 3-up save only. So 5 ups.
5s.
Don't fail these.
I shouldn't.
Passes 1. Okay, so it's D3 plus 3, which is 1. So 4 damage on him.
Goes down
So
to 12.
at least so much worse. But that is the end of him. What we're going to do now is we're going to do all the attacks from these Gene Stealers, all the attacks again from these Gene Stealers. Obviously, he would be able to attack with one of them first, and we're going to come back to finish off the turn and go into his. But before that, let's see what happens in combat. We are back after a good amount of attacks from the Gene Stealers. This is the good thing, that the 4 attacks per Gene Stealer is amazing. But they have lost a lot of things, so let's not make them look as good as they are. Now, how many wounds did I do here?
You have done a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds.
8 wounds. Okay, minus 3 on these, which are minus 2 because of armor of content.
Exactly.
So let's check out those 5s, yeah.
Not enough.
Good roll, but not enough.
It.
Does it explode?
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not.
Oh.
It doesn't. Okay. And then we go into the middle of the battlefield where actually this is the roll after the wound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 4s it was, and 2 minus 3s.
So let's see if I can roll some 6s.
Yes, 6s first.
Oh, I do.
Oh, that is
3.
very good. That is
4
4.
wounds.
So he's got 2 left, right?
Exactly.
So
and I just need to roll 1, 5 to survive.
1, 5 to survive. I think you're going to make it. No, you don't. And no CP. Does that one explode?
Let's hope so. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so he's dead. Finishing off my turn 2, we've got the last tank going into my Scythe Herodule. So he's got 3 attacks.
3
still.
attacks, I believe, yes, still.
Okay.
Hitting on 6s. 1.
1, 6, yeah?
Yeah. That's going to be wounding on, I believe, a 4. Well, it does wound.
Which does
regardless.
toughness, yeah, strength 8 to toughness 8.
Yeah.
3 up save. That's a 2. That means that he is wounded, believe it or not. This tank smashes back into him.
Interesting.
Down to 2. Don't think that's enough because he will be firing into combat now, but not with the blast weapon,
Not
right?
with the
So-
Demolisher, but
you still have,
I can declare a target for it, and if I kill everything,
you can fire
I
that.
should be able to
Yeah,
fire.
but the heavy bolters are perfect for this type of
Exactly.
scenario.
That's what they're built.
Okay, so that is the end of this turn for me. We're going to count up some points and go on to the Astra Militarum, turn 2. Turn 2 for the Chem Dogs. Finished movement, at least, not the full turn. Now, you have regained wounds with jury rigging.
I have, exactly.
Yes,
So
not
it's,
the best of rolls,
no, not the
but
best of rolls.
at least something in return.
Exactly. So 1 wound back on this Leman Russ here, as with this one here, so that's back to full strength.
Okay,
As is the Malcador here, back to full strength.
Yeah.
And then 1 wound here as well.
on that one, which isn't bad. Look, you're getting them for
13
free,
points.
so
Exactly.
we can't really complain.
I can't
Perfect. Apart from that, there's nothing in the command phase because he doesn't still have a command phase.
have a command
The
phase.
only army in 9th edition who doesn't have a command phase.
Salt those wounds.
Movement-wise, do you want to take us through what you've done?
Absolutely, yes. The Chimeras move forward, fulfilling that gap and essentially being target practice. For
Okay, the Hellhound, right?
I'm
Hellhound.
so sorry.
Yeah,
The Hellhound,
Hellhound,
yes, it is. The Chimeras just nudged ever so
Shuffles this
slightly.
way, yeah.
The Malcadors come around here just to gain some line of sight and a few key
Targets,
objectives.
yeah.
Key targets, exactly. The the Medusa has moved forward just to get some line of sight, or at least some range. I'm sorry, on the
Okay.
Tyrannifex.
Yeah.
And then the veterans have shuffled this way,
Yes.
just to move. The key part of my whole list is veterans.
Yeah.
Uh,
Moving away from the Gene Stealers.
Exactly.
How you would do. Everybody would do that. Perfect. So that is the end of your movement phase. Yeah, we'll start getting some dice ready and go into, again, the all-important shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, the only infantry on the table for the Astra Militarum side. All the veterans firing into this unit of 8 Gene Stealers left. Let's do this.
They are. They're going to open up with their flamers first.
Okay,
That's 3
flamers.
flamers in the unit.
Yes.
3d6 attacks. That's
The
11 and
bane
12.
of the Gene Stealers, flamers.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's a lot of attacks, 12.
12 attacks, exactly. Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
Strength 4, toughness 4.
Exactly. Winning on 4s.
4's 2 wounds.
All right.
So 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
Could be better.
Not bad. 5 up saves here. That is 4 already perished. 4 left.
I like the
Do
sound
you
of
want
that.
to carry on with the shotguns?
Absolutely. So 2 shotguns.
Okay.
Going to open up with. They hit on 3s because they're veterans.
Mhm.
Auto hit. And then wounding on 5s and 6s.
Which
because they're
is
strength
3,
3.
5. So 4 more.
No,
3 more, sorry. 3 in total, right?
3 in total. That's
Okay.
right.
5 ups. That is 2 more. 2 left there.
Ooh, okay.
What else
and
do you have?
Auto guns.
Auto guns. Let's do this.
Absolutely. They're rapid fire, so they're all in range. There's 4 of them. So that's
Okay.
8 shots hitting
Mhm.
on 3s.
And wounding on 5s. Auto hits.
Thank you.
Auto wound,
Yeah.
sorry. And 1 wound, right? Because you need 5s to
2.
well, 2 wounds because of the auto hit wounds. And they both survive. So 6 dead, 2 left. Now I don't have sign-ups on this side, so I would need to do a leadership at the end.
No problem.
Okay, do you want to carry on shooting?
Absolutely. So I may as well use the Laspistol on my commander.
Yes, you might as well.
He's going to shoot. He does hit.
Mhm.
Does not wound.
That is a 1 that fails.
And
Okay,
I've got the Grenadier Gauntlet from the Ogren as well.
let's do that.
D6 shots. Oh, that's
It
2.
is 2.
They're going to hit on 4s, I believe.
Okay, so 1
One
hits.
auto wound.
Auto wound. Okay, there we go. And it is a, I'll reroll that one. That is a 5. He does save it. So 2 left.
Super.
Let's quickly take the 6 off, leaving the 2 closest models to that unit because they do still pack a tasty 8 attacks with those 2 if they don't fail their leadership. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to get some more dice ready and go on to the tanks now. And we're back, and before we go into that, there was 2 ones that you can reroll because obviously we did the orders as well off camera. Basically, they were rerolling 1s and all the tanks around the tank commander are all rerolling 1s. So 2 las guns basically rerolling, and that is 1 hit because they are veterans.
It does
And
wound.
it does wound, so 5 and 6. does kill an extra one. That is just one remaining down. That will help the leadership test as well. Perfect. Let's go into shooting now.
Absolutely. Should we have some fun and
yeah,
shoot
let's do
this?
him. Let's try and take that Scythe Terror duel out the way straight away.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
I will declare the Demolisher just into maybe this unit of
That unit of 3?
3 man.
Perfect.
Exactly. And then everything else will
Okay.
go into the
So I don't need to do the 4-up transhuman because obviously all your guns firing are less strength than mine. So I'll probably save it for a cheeky save, maybe.
That makes sense.
Okay,
All
let's
right,
do
so
this.
I'm going to start with the autocannons.
Okay.
We're going to hit on 5s because we're in close combat.
Perfect.
That is 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
And is re-rolling because of the tank commander.
Yes.
So that's 2 hits.
Okay.
I'm going to wound on 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s.
Oh, that is
2 wounds.
Okay. -1.
-1, so 4-ups. That's
Oh,
both of them,
that's
and that is only
the
2
first
wounds
shot.
left. So I can't even re-roll. Does it explode? No, he doesn't. So that is a big kill for Alex on his opening shooting. Let's take him off and carry on shooting. Demolisher now. Freed will be shooting into this unit. I have spent 1 CP, my only CP, for reinforced Hive node for -1 damage because I think it's a quite important unit to have in this game. Here we go. D6 shots. It is a 2. He's probably going to reroll. Yes, he will. That is a 3. Much better. 3 shots hitting on
4s now.
4s.
Close combat.
Yes.
One
That is
auto wound.
1 auto wound.
And I am re-rolling the 1 just because of the tank
Okay.
order just there. Oh, sorry.
That is 2 hits. Sorry, 1 hit. 1 is already wounded. Wounds
Strength
on,
10.
yes, it wounds on only 4s or
That's
more
correct,
because they
yeah.
have transhuman. So 1 goes through. Minus is
3.
-3. So I have 4 up, so I don't have a save anymore. D6 damage.
All right. 3 up to kill.
Is 6, -1 is 5. That is 1 removed from play. Okay, and that is how you can see how resilient they actually are with the transhuman.
It's great.
Perfect.
It's
Let's
really great.
carry on shooting.
Absolutely. So the Chimera may as well. It's going to open up the Flamer into these guys. And the
Perfect.
Heavy Bolter is going to go at that Tyranid Warrior.
Let's
just
do
there.
this. Okay.
Heavy Bolter first.
Yep.
So hitting on 4s. 1 auto wound and 2 hits.
Mhm.
And then wounding on Strength 5, Toughness 5, so 4s. 1 wound.
Okay.
So 2 wounds.
2 wounds in total. -1.
-1.
And this is against this one, right?
That's correct.
Which is in cover. So back to 4-ups. 1 goes through. Damage is 2.
2, and he's got 2.
Okay, so he is perished. Off of that objective, but I'm still grabbing it at this point. And we got the Flamer.
The Flamer, exactly. 4 hits.
4s.
That's fine. And I'm wounding on 3s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. -1.
Still 5-ups.
Mhm.
1 wound. And this was into the Gene Stealers,
Exactly.
correct?
Yes, it was.
He is removed. Okay. What else have we got?
All right, so we're going to go open up with the Medusa. The
Mhm.
siege cannon is now in range of this Tyrannifex just here.
Yeah, the first one closer
Exactly.
to the
And
camera.
the heavy bolter will go into these Gene Stealers
Let's do this.
just here. I'll start with the heavy bolter just to get that out of the way. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling any 1s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s,
This is into the
Gene Stealers.
Gene Stealers. 1 wound. 5 up. Nope. So there's another one removed. Zoink.
And then the siege cannon going
Yep.
into
Siege cannon into
Tyrannifex.
56.
Oof,
Is 1,
1.
so he's going to reroll that.
Gunnery experts.
Into 5.
5. We're happy with that.
Yep. Happy with that.
Fantastic. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling any 1s. Re-rolling those 2 1s.
Perfect. So 3 hits.
More efficient. Strength 10. So
Uh,
hitting on 4s. because
1 0.
you're-
Wounded on 3s because I don't. It's not a sign up creature.
I'm so sorry.
So
Yes, of
3s
course.
to wounds,
3s.
which would be the normal
into play.
dice.
Yeah, so -3 on that.
-3 would be 5-ups. Ooh, pass
Harder.
2.
These
Naughty,
dice.
naughty. D3?
D6.
D6. Okay. Here's the big 4. Okay, so they were 17 wounds, weren't they? So 13 left? 13,
Sounds
14,
good to me.
15, 17.
Yes.
Yeah, 13 left. Okay, let's get that marked up and we'll carry on. Okay, we move on to the center of the battlefield now. The marker door now, getting its target, picking its target. Where's it going to shoot at?
So the Demolisher Cannon is going to go into these guys.
Yep.
As is the Heavy Bolters, and then the Autocannons I'm going to put into these Gene Stealers here just to
Try
chip
and
a few more away.
whittle them down.
Exactly.
Okay,
So,
so-
I'll open up with the Autocannons first.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s, re-rolling any 1s. Great. And then wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds.
2 wounds into the
Gene Stealers just here.
Gene Stealers there. Okay. So 5-ups. That is 1 dead. Remove him.
All right, and we're going to move on to the Demolisher Cannon.
Yep.
So D6
This
shots.
is going into the warriors, right?
The warriors, exactly. On
Okay.
the objective, just
Yeah, so that's 5.
shots.
It's what you want.
Exactly. Hitting on 4s, rerolling any 1s.
That's a reroll, yeah.
So that's
Perfect.
4 hits.
That's 4 hits.
I would be wounding on 2s, but
Yes.
I'm wounding on 4s because of
Okay.
Leviathan. Oh, wow, that's
Whoa,
come into
this
play.
is why they're so good.
That's come into
Okay,
play.
so no wounds there, and you do still have
The heavy bolters.
heavy bolters, which are going to go into them as well, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so
I'm just going to count these dice out.
yeah, let's do that. And as you can see, he's already whittled down this area here. So it's going to be trying to push up this field for me. Okay, all heavy bolters done. Hitting on 4s.
Rerolling any 1s.
Rerolling 1s, which is just 1-1.
Sure.
Which
That's
is
3 auto wounds.
3 auto wounds, yeah.
And
And then
adding my hits.
those.
And wounding again on 4s.
Perfecto. So that's much better than before. So that's another
Yes,
6, 7, 8, 9.
9
9 wounds. This is what you want. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
-1.
-1, taking me down to 5 ups. Okay, so that is 1 dead, 2 dead, and 1 is left
Oof.
on 1 wound, which obviously is going to be, guess what? The Venom Cannon. Okay, lastly, to finish off your shooting phase, you will be shooting your Leman Russ into...
I've actually still got these 2 tanks here as well.
Oh, okay, sorry.
There is a lot of firepower.
Okay, so what we're going to do is the Leman Russ is going to go into the back last Gene Stealer. Do you want to do the autocannons quickly? So,
Yes, exactly. I don't have any other eligible targets, so
okay,
here we go. Hitting on 3s, no reroll.
perfect.
Just remove those.
Mhm.
1 auto wound, and then wounding on 3s.
So 3 wounds.
Yes.
5 ups. Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow. So
All
we've
right,
got
we'll
the
leave the heavy
Stubber
bolter.
and the heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter first, 1 auto wound,
Okay.
2 hits, and then...
Auto wounds. He's dead.
Oh, he's
Just
dead.
rolled auto
Okay.
wound. So he's dead.
Brilliant.
Okay. So remove the last Gene Stealer, and then
Cleansed.
now we are going to go into the last 2 tanks. Do they have a target?
So this this Leman Russ, yes, he can see this warrior here.
Okay.
Although saying that, no, he'll put the autocannons into this unit here.
Okay, into the other one, the
heavy
closest
bolter
to me.
will go here, and the Stubber will go here as well.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so I'll start with the heavy bolter,
Mhm.
going into the warrior, hitting on 4s. That's an auto wound, and a hit, and then wounding on 4s as well. No, just 1, -1.
-1. That's a pass.
Gosh. All right.
And then,
The Stubber as well.
okay.
No hits with
no
that.
hits, no.
Seems thematic. Autocannons into the other unit.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. 1 auto wound and 4 hits.
4 hits, not bad. And from 7, right?
Strength 7. Yes.
So 3's to wound.
Should be 4s. Is it not?
4's to wound because of
Leviathan.
the Leviathan. Yeah. So
Okay, so
still 3.
4.
So 4 in total. And -1, taking him to 5 ups. Oh, he's
Harder.
dead. He is dead, just about.
I'm so sorry. This
Wow.
was actually into this unit.
Ah, that
so
was into that unit.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
You kept
so-
him alive.
One's dead, right? It was
1 is dead.
one
exactly.
is dead. So I'm going to take,
And he's still on 1 wound.
and he's still on 1 wound.
Gosh.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I've got an answer for
Impressive
him. though.
rolls from my, and then we've got the chem
He's
cannon.
going to taste some Prometheum.
Yep, he will. Hopefully,
The chem cannon is going to go into the
none of them are catalysts, so you can
Fantastic.
choose
Yep.
your targets.
The front one will
Okay.
be fine, and then the heavy bolter and the Stubber are going to go into this warrior.
Okay,
unit.
let's do that.
We'll start with that first because
Yep.
I really want him gone. So 3 hits.
Yep, 3
Heavy
hits.
bolter. And 3 wounds with the heavy
3
bolter.
wounds. This
-1.
was into
The warrior, the lone
the
warrior.
lone
on the
warrior.
object.
Okay, so -1 is he is dead, finally dead, removed off the table, but I still actually grabbed that objective, at least with the banner raised up.
Much harder than
And yeah, and now we do have the Stubber and the heavy bolter, right?
we've just got the chem cannon.
Just the
going
chem
into
cannon.
this.
We've just done the
Exactly.
heavy bolter, and
Precisely.
um,
Here we go.
the
D6
Stubber.
with the chem cannon.
Here's the big 6, exactly what you want.
Fantastic. So, would be wounding on 2s, but wounding on 4s because of the bite.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
3 wounds,
-3.
-3. So 4 ups. So 2 go through. Are they damage 1?
Just 1 damage each.
Okay, so down to 5 on him. That finishes off your shooting phase. Will you be charging anything?
I will. I'm
Okay,
sorry. I will.
let's do those charges then. Did you go into the front or the back?
Let's go to the front.
Front
Yep.
one. Okay.
Thank you. So charges.
Yep.
This Hellhound is going to go into these Gene Stealers
Okay,
here.
perfect.
Hoping for a nice roll. Not getting it.
Not getting the range you want.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
he
have
moves
to
in.
take
Do you
it.
want to charge both the Gene Stealers, or because there's a single man on that side?
No, just the
Just
front
that
unit.
one. Okay.
Exactly. So he'll move 3,
Mhm.
and then this Malcador is going to charge
Into the
this.
lonely one.
Exactly.
Basically run him over.
Exactly.
There we go. Hoping for a 3, I guess.
Precisely.
Not a double 1.
Oh,
He's in.
boy.
Just about. Just about. Treads him over. Okay. Any more charges?
It would be important if I can survive on that objective.
Okay.
Would you mind telling me the attack profile of these?
I think they've got
Sided.
6 attacks hitting on 2s. They are strength 6, but they reroll wounds, and the damage is 2 on each of the silent talents.
Okay, I'm going to charge the front one.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Well, I can heroically intervene, can't I?
Yes. Yeah.
I
You're
think I
going to do
won't
it.
survive
Between
2
the
attacks.
both of them, they'll chew him up.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, perfect. So let's get some dice ready, and we're going to combat coming up next. Onto the center of the battlefield, we have the 2 tanks now, treaded in, trying to run them over. Let's go for the fight Chimera first.
Yep, fight Chimera first. Needing 6s, I get 1.
You get 1. This is what you want. And
Does wound.
wounds. And kills 1, even though they do have a 4-up save. So that's 1 Gene Stealer removed, and you really want to try and kill this one.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I have to. So needing a 6.
No, you don't. That means I do still have 2 models on that objective. Okay, I attack back. Let's go 4 attacks first into the Malcador. Hitting on 3s. I keep on forgetting that I can do the reroll 1s in reroll 1 hit in combat. I keep on forgetting,
okay.
but I've remembered now. There's probably about 50 comments at this point about
point.
it. Fails anyway, and then need looking 5s and 6s, nothing. And then we've got 3 left, so 4, 4, and 4. These are going into the Chimera. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1. There's a Python, 3 or 2 wounds. Remove these. And then looking for 5s and 6s. Nothing. Now, these auto wounded, so I don't get the extra AP in these.
Oh, okay.
Because they auto wounded, so I don't go into the
5s.
wounded. So 5s.
Not 1.
Not 1. So
Takes
3
3.
wounds taken on him. How many? I'm in sign-ups range there, so I don't have to do a leadership. So I believe that is the end of turn 2.
It looks like it. Fairly
Okay.
successful. Cleansed.
Yep, not bad, not bad.
Fine.
You've hit back hard, but these still biggie monsters are here, which do actually do the damage. Let's see how it goes. Turn 3 coming up. Turn 3. Here we go. Very good game. Close on points. Close on units of the table as well. It's all going to be hit and miss, I think, in this turn. Let's see how good it goes for the Hive Fleet Titan. If not, I think the Chem Dogs are going to be brutal in this turn. Movement-wise, wait, first, command phase. I've actually put, again, the extra AP on this unit and from the Broodlords, and that's about it in the command phase. We might have missed the -1 to hit on the Tyranid effects from the Demolisher. Comment below if you actually caught it. Sorry about that, but these other things. We can't remember everything, especially with camera in hand. First battle report on the other side of the table, so sorry about that, but we will try and remember now. Movement-wise, the Broodlords have moved up now, in for the kill against, obviously, the 2 tanks just in front of them, still within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield for warp ritual. This unit of warriors has moved from one objective to the other, and this Tyrannifex has now moved up into this objective, so I'm still scoring 3, or hopefully still scoring 3 in my next turn. This Tyrannifex has stayed put, Malanthrope has shuffled up, this unit has moved up onto this objective, and in the middle there, one of the Gene Stealers that was in combat has shuffled up into the middle, so he doesn't get into combat, and hopefully get me an important 2 points for this mission. Which is called, what's the extra? Overrun, right?
Yes.
Overrun, which is a good name for Gene Stealers.
It is.
And then I've stayed put in combat with that Chimera, just in case I'm lucky and maybe he doesn't do much in his shooting phase against me with that Flamer. Okay, so shooting phase, we're going to go straight in. Might as well go straight in. No, psychic phase first. Warp Ritual is the first thing I need to do. So, needing a 3 or more. That is a pass again, so that is 3 times now. And the other one is, this guy is going to go for Catalyst on himself. The wounded one is going to do Catalyst on himself, which is a pass on the roll of a 10. So a bit more survivability on him. Moving on to the big cannons first. He can only see this. He can see the Hellhound, and he can see, what's it called again?
Malcador.
The Malcador. I'm going to go for the Malcador, which is the one that worries me the most with all those heavy bolters. Okay, 3 hits. Hasn't moved, so it's hitting on 3s. 1 reroll for Leviathan, which is a hit. Strength was 14, your toughness is 8.
That's right.
So 3's to wound. That is 3 wounds at -4. So you get a 6 up only.
Save.
This is good. Don't roll any 6s, don't be naughty. 6s. No. Okay, so this is gonna be painful. So what was it? It was damage 4 plus D6, D3, right?
I think it's 4 plus
Let's
D3.
check. Let's check.
That
Live on
looks like
camera.
you've-
Yeah, it looks like I've done a lot of damage anyway. So it was D6 plus 4. They are brutal. Okay, so that is 10, 14.
It's gone.
It's wow. That is brutal. I haven't actually. This is the first time I actually. Second time I used them. I think I used 1. Wow, total of 10 damage it can do.
Does it explode?
Does it explode? No.
Thank
And
goodness.
again, apart from this is the 3rd time he shoots. The 3rd time he kills something in 1 shot. Because I've never actually done the extra mortal wounds I've paid for.
I mean, it's fantastic.
Wow, it
That
is
unit
really good.
incredible.
Okay, another one off the table, and actually it is painful to see them go because they're so beautifully painted.
Thank you.
Oh.
They are.
Next
They
up,
are.
next one, and obviously, by the way, the 2 salvo launchers are still going to go into him again.
Of course.
Because we're the
no worries.
ones in range. So this one is now going to shoot into Mr. Leman Russ there on that side.
The Leman Russ instead.
Yes, he has moved, so I'm hitting on 4s. Oh, so I'm gonna use 1 CP to reroll 1, which is a hit, luckily, and 1 free reroll with Leviathan, which isn't a hit. So I'm out of CP. Do you get the CP back?
Do I? Let's see. Kurov's Aquila. I do.
No. Yeah, you do. Is it a 4-up?
It's a 5-up.
Ah, 5-up. You don't. Okay. So I've hit with 1. I haven't wounded. Oh
This is
no.
great.
Okay, and now we've got the salvo launchers, stinger salvos. There we go.
Stinger salvos.
So 2, and that's 8 from 1, and 8 from the other. And these are all going into the Hellhounds.
Assuming
Hellhounds
they're
not
not, they're not heavy, so.
Sorry?
one would-
They're salts. They're salts.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're salts. I don't. So I'm hitting on 3 still. And remove these. Remove. I can't reroll because I've obviously used the reroll for the bigger guns. Strength is 5, so I'm looking for 5s. Yeah, 4 up, -1, which you ignore. So 3 ups.
3 ups.
That is 2 wounds, and I think he's wounded, right?
No, he's back up to
He's
4
back
health.
up to 4.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
back down to 9.
Okay, and how many wounds did the Leman Russ have?
8.
8. So I really wanted that wound to go through. Okay, now that is these guys' shots. Have I shot him? No.
No.
I'm going to shoot him. How many wounds does the chem dog have?
9.
9 left. I'm actually going to go and fire these guys into him just in case the Broodlord needs a bit more help. So
Okay.
D3 from the Venom Cannon is 1 shot, hitting on 3s. Is a hit. Isn't a wound. And then I've got 5 shots from the Devourer, which is 3 hits. And 1 wound. No AP.
No AP?
Nope.
So I'm going to need a 3-up, which passes.
That passes. Okay, and then have I shot these guys? No.
No, not yet.
So into the other Malcador.
Okay.
D3 shots from the Venom Cannon is again 1, hitting on 3s. Is a hit. Isn't a wound. And then we've got 5 shots into the Chimera. Oh,
It's in combat.
but I think, have you got your tape measure on you?
Yes, I've got
Can you measure if I'm within 24?
24.
I think I'm probably within 22, something like that. So,
You are. You are
Okay.
within.
so hitting on 3s with a free reroll. 2 hits and looking for 6s here. Nothing. And I believe that is the end of my shooting. He nods away. That is the end of my shooting. Charges. You have CP, so you can overwatch.
I can overwatch, yes.
First Broodlord is going to go into this
I think I
Chem
have
dog.
to.
You have to. He's
I
on
have
5,
to.
and remember he does have Catalyst, but you do have 2 CP, so I think it's well worth it.
Absolutely. I'm
Roll.
only going to spend 1 to overwatch. because-
Okay, he auto hits.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the charge, by the way. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Go away.
Okay, so
All
D6
yours,
with the
D6.
chem cannon. 6
Here's
shots.
the big 6. That's exactly what you want.
Wounding on 2s, but now 4s. Because
Yes.
Leviathan. So that's 3.
Okay.
-3.
-3. Here we go. 4 ups. And that would have been my Feel No Pain. That would have passed anyway. You do have the heavy bolter
I do have that.
and the stubber as
hitting on
well.
6 instead. 1 hit.
One
That's an
auto
auto wound.
wound. You're also getting an Overwatch, right? The auto wounds.
I do, yes.
Yeah, that's a pass on the 4 up.
Okay, and then the heavy stubber, nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so he's in. I'll probably move all the way to there to get on that objective as well. Doink, doink. And then the other one is going to go into him as well.
Okay.
Just because we need it. 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's in. Let's get some dice and go straight into that. Here we go into the fight phase. I'm doing 2 Broodlords at the same time because obviously he's not going to attack back, especially with 1 CP. He can't even do that. I've piled in with the second Broodlord, which would be going first. This is why 2 of them are now in the middle objective, trying to deny. Ah, you are objective secured, aren't you?
On this Leman Russ,
On
I
Leman
am,
Russ.
yes.
So you do still have it.
have it.
Okay, which is good. These are hitting on 2s. Can you actually give me 6? Can you take 6 out of there? Because I do get a free reroll. So I need to do them separately. 6 2s with a free reroll. And 2s with a free reroll. So 1 miss. I needed to do that just in case I got more than 1. And then 5s rerolling fully. So 5s rerolling fully. There's a couple more. Now 6s become minus AP. Let me quickly check here. 6s become -5, I believe. Yes, 6s become -5.
And I don't get a save.
So 3 are gone straight through.
So 6.
Yeah,
1 damage
and
each.
2 damage each. Yeah,
Okay, so I'm.
and then and then the rest, 4 of them are -3, which become -2. So you do have 5 ups on them. How many left on him?
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, so you need to pass them all.
Just, well,
Pass
3.
3 of them. Yeah. No pressure. That's
I
him.
got 2. I got 2.
So he's still dead, right?
He is. I could CP reroll
Okay.
for.
Do you want to see people? No, he's still dead, right? Because you've
the
got
2 damage.
yeah,
I'm so
2
sorry,
damage
yes,
each.
the 2
Yeah.
damage. I'm
So
so
does he
sorry, yes.
explode?
Does he explode?
Is the one you want?
He does.
Yes, he does. This is the moment you want him to explode. Okay, so shall we do this Broodlord first?
Absolutely. So
Catalyst Broodlord D3
D3. It's
is
only 1.
a 1
Fantastic.
catalyst. Oh, so he's down to 4. And then the fresh
D3.
one is a big
3.
3. And nothing, just 3 damage. And then you also wound your Leman
It's
Russ,
going to be within 6.
which is
2.
2. Oh, he's down to
6.
6. Okay, so he's taken 3. So he's down to 4. And he removed 1 more. So he's down to 4 as well. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I don't know if I could have piled in, so I'm not going to do it because I actually did that wrongly because I needed to wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, we need. So if he would have attacked, he could have piled in 3 inches and to try and kill him, but we wouldn't have known which one would have attacked first. So I'm not going to do it just because it's fair. Because this is why I shouldn't have done. I always mess it up with that. You should have done 6 and 6 because if he would have striked last, he would have basically moved 3 inches towards this tank.
That makes sense.
But let's be fair. We're having a nice game, but just want to clear up some stuff in case someone says you could have done it. Yes, you are certainly right. That is the end of my turn. Can't complain about that turn.
We have
oh
one
no,
combat
we do
here.
have this combat.
So I've
That
got 3
ruin
attacks.
keeps on screening me. There you go. Your turn to strike first.
Yes, needing 6s. I get 1.
You get 1. This is all you need.
It does
You
wound.
do wound. 4 up in combat for me, which is 1 more dead. So I do still get 8 attacks back, and you're wounded. You're still on 8, right?
That's right.
4 and 4. So a perfect roll for me would do the trick. 1 free reroll for Leviathan. 2 auto wounds. And 2 wounds. So 4 at -3, which is -2.
So 5. No.
That's 3 more. So he's down to 5 wounds remaining. Perfect. That finishes off the turn. Can't complain about that really. It's gone quite well. My ranks are thinning, but these 2 big bosses in the back are the ones that are helping me out. They are a problem. And now that I've remembered that you need to hit in 5s, is even better. Okay, let's go on to the Chem Dogs coming up. Here we go. Chem Dogs turn 3 movement over. All the jury rigging already done. Do you want to say who got what?
Absolutely, I was pretty successful this turn.
Okay,
So,
that changed from the last one.
Exactly, I got 1 back on this.
Yes.
And then I got 3 back, so back up to 7 on the Chimera here.
Okay.
And then another 3 here as
Lovely.
well. So 16
awesome.
back.
Okay, and he is also in range to this Terran effects, which is great to hear. Movement-wise, you've just shuffled here and there. Obviously, there's not a lot of ways to go. Now, the really cool stuff is that, what was that called again?
It's the Trojan.
The Trojan needed a 5 or 6 in the advance to get into the middle objective because it is an important objective. Alex hasn't scored any points for primary just because I killed, obviously, the tank on that objective. And that is also the objective that gives us the free CP per turn. So it's an important one, but good news, he has actually advanced on the roll of a 6 onto it and hopefully there for next turn. On to shooting, we can straight go into that.
Yes, absolutely. I'm ready to go. So orders. The orders for the infantry aren't relevant, so I'm just going to go with reroll 1s, and reroll 1s on himself
Obviously,
as well.
as you do. Perfect.
Absolutely.
So let's go straight on to shooting.
Yes,
Who's going to start that off?
I'm going to start with the Chimera here.
Perfect. Onto the 2 Gene Stealers.
Exactly. I'm going to put everything into them.
Okay.
So we'll start with a Heavy Bolter. I'm going to hit on 5s. Sorry, actually, I might need to just check the damage bracket.
How many wounds does it have?
I believe it's 7+.
7.
It has 11, so it should be fine.
So it still be fine. It's on its top bracket still.
So that's
an auto hits.
1 auto wound. Yeah, exactly.
Auto wound. Sorry.
And then 1 further wound. So that's 2 at -1.
-1. Still 5 ups. Oh my God!
Goodness.
Wow.
Pardo.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Flamer.
Yep. It's
that's
2. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah. Experts. Exactly.
Into a 6, and that's
better.
exactly what you want.
That is better.
Wounding on 3s.
Correct.
Which is very good.
5.
So 5 in total. 5 ups. That is them dead. So just 1 remaining there, but he does have 2 tanks on that objective now. That means that he is actually getting that objective at the moment, but there's a lot of guns still to shoot. Next up, what do we have?
We'll go with the Medusa.
Medusa.
Into the back Tyrannifex.
Into the back Tyrannifex.
Exactly. Now we're out hitting on 5s.
What's the damage? It's D6, right?
Yes. Strength 10, -3.
Okay, and you are hitting on
5s because of the...
Okay, so I'm not going to do transhuman onto him. It's all yours.
Okay, fantastic.
The full transhuman.
Yes, and the Heavy Bolter will go into these guys.
Okay.
Actually, I might just remove that Gene Stealer.
Okay, so Heavy Bolter into them and the big gun into the Tyrannifex there.
Precisely.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Into Tyrannifex is the big 6 again. You have been rolling really well with the big guns. So 6 hits, hitting on 5s.
So 5s. Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. I spoke too soon. 1 and it auto wounded.
It does.
So -3. 3. So I have a 5 up. That is a 5 again. Wow. What is wrong? I'm going to use these dice all the time. These are Williams dice, by the way. What's next?
Heavy Bolter into there. Stealer, just to get rid of it. Rerolling 1s, thankfully.
Yes, thankfully. 1 hit.
My goodness.
And 3s to wound.
Yes, exactly.
Which is a 5. And that is a 2. So he is perished and removed from that objective, not giving any more trouble as he was. Next up, do we go into him?
Yes, I think so.
Is the Leman Russ in line of sight as well?
Is in line of sight, yes.
Him.
So let's do that.
Okay.
So I'll open up with...
does he have Heavy Bolters on it?
It does have a Heavy Bolter.
Okay, so I don't need to transhuman yet.
And a Stubber.
Yep, okay, all yours.
I am, though, interested in these over here as well.
Okay, so
what I think I might do instead is put everything into this
into that one. Exactly. Okay, they're both on 4 wounds, and that one is the Catalyst one, actually. So, do you want to go into that? Can you see the other one? Can you see?
He can, yes.
Okay, do you want to go into that one first?
Sure, let's try that
because he's easier to kill, isn't he?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
All right, so Heavy Bolter first. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling any 1s.
All hits.
All hits. And then wounding on 4s, because it would
toughness
be
5.
3s,
so yeah, 4s always.
4s always.
Always transhuman.
Just 1. -1.
-1. 4 up invulnerable save. Is it fail?
2 damage.
2 damage. Go straight through. Yep.
Okay.
And down to 2.
Exactly. Then we'll go on to the autocannons. He has moved more than his
okay, so he doesn't double shoot.
Exactly. So hitting on 3s, 2 auto.
Yep.
Wounds and a hit. And wounding on a 4. No,
2.
Just 2.
Here we go. 4 ups. He would be dead, but I do have a CP, which I'm going to re-roll to make you shoot the other Leman Russ into him. No, he is perished. He is dead. First Warlord removed from the table. Let's get some more dice and carry on shooting. Okay, we are back. First of all, you haven't got your CP back first, still for your Relic. So I've just used one for a reroll.
Let's see on a 5+.
Good luck.
I don't. It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Fantastic.
Okay. Okay, so we move on to carry on shooting.
Yeah.
Malkador,
The big
autocannons into the warriors, big guns and heavy bolter into the Tyranids.
Exactly.
We're going to start off. Okay, let's just roll over here.
Yep.
Yep.
So 2 hits and then a reroll. 2 hits.
Yep.
And wounding on 4s.
4s because of sign up.
Just 1. -1.
That is a 4, so it goes through. I'm in cover, so that would be still a 4 up.
I
so
see.
please save. Yeah.
Yep, no problem. In which case, I'll do the Demolisher Cannon.
Yes,
just
sir.
here.
This is into the Tyranids.
4 hits.
4 hits.
Yep.
Yep.
Shots.
Hitting on 5s.
Exactly.
Which is the big 3.
There we go. And 1 hit
Lovely.
as well.
And 1 hit as well. Yeah.
And so 4s to wound. No,
No.
-3 and you're not synapse, so
I'm not synapse, no. So 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Oh, so 2 go through. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah, I think I might at this point.
Okay. It's the big D6 that go through.
There we go. It does
And
wound.
it does wound. Okay, 5 ups. Can I carry on rolling hot? No, I can't. 3 go through. D6 damage
D6
each.
damage.
This is where you want to roll high.
1 at a time or all together?
All together.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, 5.
Wow.
That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He is on 13. That means 1 dead Tyranids. Does it blow up? No, he doesn't. That's an amazing kill by that tank. Wow. He is removed from play. Finally, some good shots going through. Celebrations on the other side of the battlefield.
I'm happy about that.
Finishing off, we do have this.
Exactly. This
Leman Russ.
He's just going to open up into his friend
Yes, yes, that's exactly what you want to do before it gets into you.
here. Exactly.
Let's do.
All right.
What are we doing?
Heavy bolter.
Heavy
starting
bolter.
off with.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. That's a great start.
And then auto wounds.
And then 4s again.
2
So
wounds.
2. At -1.
-1. So 4 ups. Nope, both go through.
4
That
wounds.
is him dead. But I do have catalyst on this one.
Ah, yes.
5 ups. Oh, guess what? You've only done 1 wound. So down to 3. But you do have your heavy bolter and your heavy stubber.
I've got my autocannons.
Auto
That
cannons.
was my heavy bolter.
That was your heavy
That's
bolter. Okay.
So autocannons.
Okay, this is a
Hitting
big
on
one
4s.
then. Okay, not as good. 1 auto hit and 3 hits. 1 auto wound and 3 hits. Yeah. And 4's to wound. What was that?
That's just 3.
3 in total, right? Okay. So 4 ups. I have 3 wounds remaining. 4 ups. 2 go through. And 3 wounds remaining. So I need to pass 2 of these. Which I passed 3 again.
My goodness, Pardo.
That is down to 2 wounds. I feel disgusting.
You're going to have to charge him.
2 wounds left. That is all your shooting, sir.
Just
And you
the
do
heavy
have
stubber.
Heavy
Just the
stubber. Okay,
yep.
could do it.
Just
1 or
auto
2
wound.
wounds.
That's it.
4 up, which is a pass again. Okay, so charges. Are you charging this Leman Russ?
I'm not going to, no, just
No.
because of the OBSEC, I don't need to.
Yes, you don't need to get
I
lose
am going to
wounds
charge this.
on this one. Is it an 8?
I'll measure it out once I've
Okay,
rolled
let's
the
see
dice,
the
but
roll.
It's a
That is a 10. I'm sure that is
almost
a 10.
guaranteed to be.
I think it's an 8. I'm quite good at this stuff. So
Yeah,
it
more
isn't.
than enough.
Yeah, okay,
Absolutely.
so he's in. This is good. Let's get some dice and go into the fight phase. Okay, straight on to combat. We've got the Malkador attacking first. 3 attacks, as it is in this top profile still. Hitting on 6s. That's 2 6s.
Amazing. That never happens.
And 3's to wounds. 4's to wounds, sorry.
Just one.
Because of just 1.
No
No minus?
No minus.
Okay, so 4 up. That is a wound. So down to 2 on this one. I attack back with 5 attacks each. So that's 5 and 5. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1 for Leviathan, which is to the miss. And looking for 5s and 6s, which is 1 wound. Minus 1, which ignore it, so 3 up.
I make it.
And
on
he
a 6.
makes it perfect. That finishes off this turn. And yeah,
Fairly
that
successful.
is, yeah, not bad at all.
No.
1 Tyranids off the table is always a good sight. Let's move on to turn 4 coming up. We're moving on to turn 4, Hive Fleet Titan in the lead for about 30 points, which is quite a good lead. Let's see what happens this turn, and we'll go into the Chem Dogs if we need be. Now, I'm missing a Tyranids, which makes me very sad, but we still have 1. He's shuffled up now to get line of sight onto this unit here, And what I've done is I've actually split up this unit of warriors, so they're one on each of the objectives, which is a good thing you can do and only do on this specific mission, just because these objectives are far more closer than anything else. I've I've disengaged from this tank now, but still moving on to that objective, and the Broodlord is just going to go boop, so I can't fail that charge. Psychic phase, I will do Catalyst upon myself, which is a fail. I will... it's perils as well, which isn't a good thing. So I'm going to reroll with my free CP, which is a pass. So it's a pass, and I get Catalyst upon himself.
On a 5-up, I get a command point back, which I do not.
Which you do not. Okay, perfect. That is the psychic phase, that is the moon phase. We'll catch you back for the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, we've got this unit of warriors firing into the Leman Russ. D3 shots from the Venom Cannon is 2, hitting on 3s. 1 free reroll for Leviathan is 2 hits, strength 8, force to wound. That is 2 wounds at -3.
This 3 goes to -2, so I need 2 4-ups. I fail
one. Is it damage 2 we said? I think it was damage 2.
That's a great question.
Check. How many wounds has he got now at the moment?
7.
7. Broodlord. I'm checking the Broodlord. The warriors do have... check here. Minus is 3. Damage 2. Yep, we were correct.
Fantastic, yeah.
So he's down 2?
5 wounds.
5 wounds, okay. The other one, sorry I didn't say, will be shooting into this tank. So this is the only thing in range with Devourers. Can't reroll anything. Strength 4, so I'm looking for 6s. Nothing there. They've fallen back, so all I need to do now is this Tyrannid fire into this Malcator. Let's see. He's praying already. He's praying already. Here we go. Hitting on 4s because I moved. And I reroll 1 because of Leviathan. 2 hits. 1 wound. I needed that CP. 1 goes through, -4, so you don't get a save. Oh, you get a 6-up save.
I get a 6-up, yes, exactly.
Dun, dun, dun. That is a 5. Okay, so D6 plus 4 is 5. 9 wounds. So he's left on 7. I've got the Stinger salvos, so it's 6, 7, 8 to finish off going into him. I needed that extra wound, didn't I?
I think so.
Rerolled.
Yeah.
I didn't want to perils either. Oh, this isn't bad.
That's not bad.
Is 3 wounds at 0 CP, basically.
0 AP, so 3 ups. I failed another.
Okay, so he's down to
6 wounds.
6 wounds left. Perfect. It's basically -1, but obviously you get the extra armor of content. And that is at the end for the shooting, at least. We're going to go straight on to charges. And obviously the only charge, they've fallen back, so the only charge I have is the Broodlord on this side of the battlefield going onto the Leman Russ, who doesn't die. Just doesn't die. Let's do this.
Of course, I'm spending my CP
obviously to Overwatch. This is why I wanted to roll for Catalyst, just in case.
Makes perfect sense.
Hitting on 6s. Are these the heavy bolters first?
I'm going to start with the autocannons.
You only get 4
shots overrunning advance in Overwatch. So
okay.
Here we go. Hitting on 6s.
That's 1. That's what you wanted.
Auto wound.
And it's auto wound as well. Yes. And I've got 2 wounds left, or 3?
2 wounds left.
2 wounds left.
Fail and dice.
4 up. Is a 6. He survives. Okay. We still have the heavy bolters.
Heavy bolter. Needing a 6 here.
That is it. That is what you want. 4 up. That is a 5.
Pardo. What is this?
Heavy Stubber?
Heavy Stubber.
Okay.
1 hit.
1 hit, 1 or 2 wounds.
No AP.
This is the one I failed, obviously. Obviously, it's the one I failed.
Down to 1 wound.
I do have Fear No Pain.
Oh, yes, of course.
Which I failed. So he's down to 1 wound. But I get the charge, which is what I wanted.
Oh,
that is it. Barely. But I get it. So 6 attacks coming in hot. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1 for Leviathan. And then needing 5s and 6s. Rerolling. Okay, so 3. How many wounds has he got left?
5.
5. Okay, so 1 is minus a lot. -5.
So it's down to -4. So I get a 6
you do
up
get
on
a 6 up. So 6 up on one of them.
Amazing.
Oh, amazing. He does get it. And that means that he can't die now.
2 5 ups.
So 5 ups. Another 6. So he is down to 3 wounds. He still hasn't died. My objective for this game now is to kill that battle tank. Perfect.
It's got one wound back.
You do attack back.
Sorry. Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Okay, so that is the end of my turn. Let's count up some points and go on to the Chem Dog's turn. On to turn 5, movement over for the Chem Dogs. Basically shuffling up with most of the tanks, making good use of obviously this central terrain so they don't get fired back by the Tyrannofex. We've got this Chimera moving up the field. Obviously he stayed put with the Leman Russ, and a good jury rigging again on this turn. This Leman Russ got 3, this Chimera got 1, and I missed that one. Just got 1 as well. But the good one is that Leman Russ is now back up to 7?
It's up to 6.
6,
yes, it was down to
which
3.
is amazing to see. Perfect. That is the end of the movement. Let's go straight on to shooting.
Yes, I'm going to do my
what
orders.
Are you going to start as? Orders,
so I'm going to order reroll once to hit, reroll once to hit, and then I'm going to order full throttle.
On that one, which is tactics coming into play.
Absolutely, it has to move and advance.
Okay.
Which
so
is
that
a 3.
Is a 3.
So that's a big move.
Okay, so
50.
Just all the way
exactly
there. Perfect. And I just want to make sure that you know that these infantry are still, these veterans, Ogrin, Commander, are all holding the line here in the back, hiding away from these Tyranids. Yes, best place to be, really.
It really is.
Perfect. Let's go on to shooting.
I think we should start here.
Yes, try and remove the last wound from that group.
So he's obviously damaged. He's going to be hitting on 6s in combat.
Okay.
They auto wound, so we're just fishing for 6s here.
Let's do this.
So we're going to start with the heavy bolter. No hits there.
Okay.
The heavy stubber. 1
wound.
So only got 1 wound left. Pardon. Don't fail this.
That was a hit or a wound?
That was a hit, but
auto wounds. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. 4 up. Fails. I do have catalyst. I kissed the dice, by the way. You haven't seen that. 5 or 6. That is a 5. He still survives. These are the unkillable units on that side. No one dies over there. What else have you got for me?
Hasn't moved, so he gets his grinding advance.
Let's do this.
So 8 shots with the autocannon.
Okay.
Just 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Here we go. And that is him dead, maybe. 2 damage. I need 2 5s and 6s. Come on. Come on. No, that is the Broodlord dead. Let's be moving off the table. Okay, more shooting. We're going to start with the Medusa next. Heavy bolter going into the Warriors, and the big gun going into the Tyrannofex. I'm using 1 CP to basically grant him a 4-up transhuman instead of a 3-up. Let's do this.
Let's see if he
D6 is 2. I guess you want to reroll that, yeah?
Absolutely.
And to a 1. Okay, so hitting on 5s. Doesn't hit. Okay, heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter.
Into the Warriors. And that is 1 hit. Yeah.
Wounds on a...
That.
6, yes.
4. No, he's gone. Damage is 2. So
correct.
He's gone. Onto the shadows he goes. And next up, Leman Russ.
The tank commander. Okay. Exactly. Yep. So he's hitting on 3s.
I'll get closer to you so it's easier.
So heavy bolter.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
That is
2 hits.
2 hits.
Auto wound. Nothing, just that auto wound at -1.
Just an auto wound. And this was into the same warrior, right?
It was indeed, yes.
-1?
-1.
Pluses.
Okay. Heavy stubber.
Mm-hmm.
And auto wound 1 hit. That fails to win, so just that.
Just 1 auto wound. No AP. So 4 up. Pluses.
And then it's going to be the autocannons as well.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
No rerolls there.
Okay.
I didn't give him the order.
Yep.
And then wounding on 4s because of Leviathan.
Perfect.
There we go.
Oh, 2 passes again. -1, no? So yes, it's 5s.
-1.
Okay, disgusting. Again, I am sorry. We move on to him first and to finish off the turn, right?
To finish off the turn, that's
it.
That's all that's left.
What's he firing at?
I think autocannons are going to try and go here.
Yes. Yeah.
And then everything else will go into these warriors.
Into the other warriors, holding those 2 objectives, because they are objective secured, meaning that obviously if you stay there, still gain that objective. Here we go. So autocannons.
Autocannons first.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Sorry, not hitting on 4s. We're hitting on 5s because of the damage bracket.
That's very true.
So anyway, that's 2
auto hits.
Auto wounds,
looking for -1, right? Looking for 5s. So that is 2 dead. He is slain finally.
Got him. Finally.
Finally off. They've taken you a lot of shots to take them out. we move on to the rest of the shots going onto this warrior unit now.
So we'll start with the Demolisher Cannon.
Yep, I am going to give them -1 damage on them because I do have a CP for this turn.
Okay, in which case I'll roll for
Roll
my Kurov's
for, yep.
Fails.
Again, from a 2 to a 1.
Wow.
Ah, no, that was
my Kurov's
but
Aquila,
you will
I
re-roll that.
Yes.
Okay, so that was for the CP.
3.
1 more shots. Looking for 5s.
1 hit and a reroll.
Rerolling 1, yeah. 1 hit and transhuman on a 4, so 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, nothing.
No.
Okay, and then you've got all the other shots.
All the heavy bolters.
Yeah. So it's not, is it 12 shots in total?
15.
15 in total.
Looking for 5s, rerolling any 1s.
Okay, so 4 auto wounds already. 1 beneath that. Okay, and then rerolling 1s, yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 more.
Does auto wound as well.
Another 6, nice.
And then 1 hit as well, so
Okay.
it doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound, but it's, look, it's 5 auto wounds. Minus
1.
-1. Okay. So 2 go through, and it's 4 damage. So, but they become damage 1 because I've just spent the CP for
Brilliant. So
-1 damage. So 2 damage, so 1 is still down to 1.
Great stratagem.
And again, this is why it's so good.
I do still have this. It has line of sight on these.
Yep. Try and finish it off with that heavy bolter.
Exactly.
Remove 1 from the objective at least.
Needing force.
Nothing. No rerolls, right?
No rerolls.
Okay. And has he shots?
He has shot into combat.
He shot into combat. That's right. The Broodlord's not there anymore.
Exactly.
Perfect. Charge-wise, let's finish off.
There is.
I'm
going to play a stratagem called Crush Them.
Yes, which means to advance and charge.
Exactly, and because he moved because of the tank order, he then gets
Yes,
to...
I don't have any CP, even though it says 2 there. I do not have any CP.
I think that I can do this. I haven't checked every FAQ, but...
Okay, I'm allowing it.
Fantastic.
In-house rule. There we go.
Homebrew. Here we go. So, into the Tyranid. 7 inches.
He's in. He did a 6. So, he's going to stop my shooting next turn.
Exactly.
And good tactics there. Let's go straight onto combat then with these guys. Finishing off the turn, Chimera trying to run him over. I don't think he will, but he'll bash into him at his best. Looking for 6s?
Looking for 6s.
That is 1 6.
1.
Strength 7, toughness 8, so 5s. Haven't seen that dice. It is a wound. Ooh. 2 up save. That is a pass. And then I've got 4 attacks going back, hitting on 3s with 1 reroll for Leviathan. And then strength 7, so looking for 4s. That is 2 wounds at -1, which you ignore. Damage 2.
3 ups. Oh.
Perfect. He survives, but he's tagged this Tyrannifex in. I still have these 2 warriors live, and you have removed now this banner. That is the end of turn 4. Now, we are quite ahead in points, so what we're going to do now, we're going to sit together, have a chat, look at the points, and see if we really need to go into turn 5, and that will be coming up next. Okay, we are back, and sadly, it's not good news for Alex and all you Astra Militarum fans. Now, what we've done is we've actually played out how many points you could max, and it's actually been not as far off as we thought. 66 points to Alex to my 76. Actually 70, maybe 77, because I do count banners at the end of the game. Maybe 78, a couple of points. But anyway, at the moment 76, 66, and we're going to talk over what would actually happen. Now, movement wise for his secondaries, actually he would move one of his tanks into this table quarter, granting him 3 points for engage all fronts. You would get another 3 points for your specific secondary, which is called Inflexible Command. And the most important thing of all is you would score 12 points for your primary, because you would hold 1, 2, and more than me as well. Maybe could even nearly table me. What would happen would this Chimera would be falling back, and everything would be shooting into the Tyrannifex. It wouldn't be 100% to kill him, because they do have 17 wounds to up save and very tough to take out. But what we've done is we've counted those 3 points to make sure that there's no chance of you getting into my points. Friendly fist bump.
Absolutely.
A win to Hive Fleet Titan. Awesome game. Let's talk about it all in the end of game conclusion coming right up. So there we have it, the end of the game, and a win to Hive Fleet Titan. Awesome game, all the way to the very, very end.
I loved it.
and yeah, it was good. Some iconic placements in the battlefield where some things just didn't die. My rolling has been truly astonishing as well, which has changed the game quite a lot. First of all, have you enjoyed it? It's your first battle report?
Of course, absolutely. How could I not?
Yeah.
Great terrain, great opponent.
Thank you. Mission-wise, would you have done anything differently now thinking about it? It was quite difficult. Like, I think turn 1, who got turn 1 was very, very important, especially on my side, because obviously I boxed you in for at least 2 turns, which made it very difficult for you to get engaged or fronts because of it, and as well, obviously, to score points. You were in an uphill struggle whilst I stopped it and got quite a lot of points in the opening turns. So tactics-wise, would you have changed anything?
No, I think, as you say, with guard, you're really only in one direction anyway.
Yeah.
And that's just shooting forward. You blocked me in my movement, as you said. You kept me in my deployment zone. I didn't think I could do anything different.
No, I think you played it quite well. And again, it was down to dice rolling. I've been saving more than average on my saves in some really important times where my invulnerable saves on the things like the Scythe Herodule and my Tyrannifexes and my Broodlords, they've all been rolling really, really hot, which I think helped me throughout the game. Let's talk a bit about No Retreats. You've just come off No Retreats. Did you enjoy the experience?
Incredible experience, absolutely. A lot of great players, a lot of great games.
So if someone at home was interested in applying, do you think
you must apply? Yeah. Don't hesitate, honestly, just do it.
That's good.
You won't regret it.
Heard it from Claire himself. And let's briefly, we have to talk a bit about the army, the Chem Dogs. Beautifully painted. Who painted them up? Was it?
It's Chris at Warpstorm Painting.
Amazing
just a big
stuff.
thank you for getting me here. I wouldn't be here without this.
Amazing stuff. So well done, Chris, on doing that, because they look absolutely stunning. Chem Dogs, let's touch that really briefly. Obviously, they're an army that not a lot of people see or heard of. I actually have read about them a couple of times, actually, because I think they're a very cool army. They're he'll explain that a bit better, but they're an army that are renowned for stealing stuff, putting things together, and working as a army of themselves, really, right?
Absolutely, they're criminals, they're subordinates, juveniles, delinquents.
This is why you collect them. It's so different to the normal Astra Militarum, and this is why you see a mix of colours in the army itself, and obviously bits and bobs, really cool conversions on them as well. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. And
Thanks so much,
you guys at home, thank you very much for joining us in this battle report, and we'll catch you in the next one coming very soon.